Yo, fam, hit that like, comment throughout the show, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell. We go live every single day. We got a lot to talk about tonight. National Championship live reactions, Eagles, big trade with the Saints, Phillies opening day Friday, Sixers win 2 in a row. It's endless tonight.
Let's go! This ain't the Rock Tyson force this game, he stinks!
Oh, shit!
He's gone!
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Flight Zone, brought to you by A2D Radio every Monday night, 9:30. We got a familiar face on with us tonight, Jonathan, and as always, Evan Taylor. We got a lot to talk about tonight, fellas, so let's get right into it. Eagles had a huge trade today. It's going to lead us right into the poll, but first, show always brought to you by Fan Up. Fan Up is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports, daily NBA contests, and more. Win great prizes. Sign up today. Use that promo code A2D for 5,000 bonus points, which is a $50 value. It's fanup.app, and you got playoffs coming up. You got playing games, so make sure you set those lineups with FanUp. All right, let's get right to the poll, guys. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Poll brought to you by Araya Public Adjusting. Do you have damage to your home or property? We may be able to help. Don't fight your homeowner's insurance alone. Contact Araya Public Adjusting at 813-564-3364. They have license in Florida, Pennsylvania, and 13 other states, so make sure you check them out. Fellas, poll of the night. And I kind of been thinking about this for a few weeks now. I mean, we really haven't done anything with the exception of signing Hassan Reddick and extending our GM, who has been a below 500 GM for 4 seasons now. Caught lightning in a bottle the one year we win the Super Bowl. And ever since then, shit's just hit the fan. And it seems like we've had these similar off seasons where we make these moves and he does these amazing things prior to the draft. And he kicks the can down the road and getting all these draft picks and whatnot, getting all this value, freeing up cap space. And what does that get us year in and year out? It gets us 9-7, 9-7, 4-12-1, 9-8. It's got to come to a point in time where we got to go out and we got to start acting like we're the Rams. We got to start acting like we're the Buccaneers. We got to start acting like we're the Chiefs. And what I mean that by that is we got to start making moves like those teams. If we continue to do this, it's just, I feel like it's never going to work. And we're going to just continue to be relevant in the NFC East, which is the worst division in football. Like that's what we seem to be year in and year out. So I think we do need to make another big splash, and the ideas are endless, in my opinion. You still got guys like Stefon Gilmore out on the market. You got Tyrann Mathieu out on the market. Obviously, you got the DK Metcalfs of the world coming up in trade discussions. You had Brandin Cooks a few days ago. You just gained a crap ton of value for a Saints trade that made absolutely no sense, in my opinion, on the Saints end. I mean, the Eagles made out like bandits, so hopefully they could use those picks to their advantage, and that leads us to the poll. The Eagles will make another big splash this offseason via trade or free agency, and I hope they do, and I think that they do, and I will agree. I think they're going to go out, especially now that they don't have 3 first-round picks. They won't have to pay for all 3 of those first-round draft picks, so they could go out, maybe try and get a DK Metcalf. Maybe sign Stefon Gilmore or Tyrann Mathieu. I just don't know which one I want on this day and time, but I want one of them. What are you guys thinking? I'll start with you, Jonathan, since it's been a little bit.
What's going on? Thanks for having me on here. Honestly, I wish I could agree with this poll because I believe we should make a big splash, and based on the team, could make a big splash, but it's just you just never know with Howie. So at this point, until proven otherwise, I'd have to disagree with the poll. Just just off the simple fact, not because of need, because obviously we need to make a move, just off the simple fact of just Howie's history. I feel as though he's the type of guy, like, especially now that we're kind of in the retool mode, as they like to say, we're retooling. I feel as though he doesn't want to take any major risks, when in reality, it seems as though, even though they're saying they're sold on Hurts, I don't believe they're sold on Hurts. So I don't think they want to make any big splashes without really knowing what they have as a full unit, whether or not they know this is the core they really want to build around. So at this point, I'm going to have to disagree with it.
Yeah, I mean, just to piggyback off of that, I mean, the Rams had their core and they didn't have their quarterback, so they went out, got their quarterback, and end up winning a Super Bowl. I mean, their core was Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp. When Robert Woods goes down, they go out and get Odell. I mean, they've always had a tight end, whether it was Everett or Tyler Higbee, and they always had that defense. I mean, the Eagles are set up in a position where they can act like the Rams, and if they go out and get a DK Metcalf and pair him with Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Dallas Goedert, and the best offensive line in football, and Jalen Hurts isn't the answer, who's to say next year we can't go out and get a quarterback like, I don't know, I don't want to say Kirk Cousins, but, a guy of that nature, a guy of Matthew Stafford's nature, So, I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah. I agree with John 100%. Like this, I don't think Howie would make a big splash because we really don't know what we have in Hurts. I think obviously your first go-to guy is you have to get the best quarterback you can get, and we don't really know what we have with Hurts. Like he had a okay season last season. Jimmy probably thought it was the worst season ever, but
didn't beat a winning football team.
It's all right.
And lost to Daniel Jones in December.
That's fine, but he did make the playoffs ultimately. We're not going to really get into the specifics of who didn't make the playoffs.
I mean,
and
that's equal to a Mickey Mouse win, in my opinion.
It was never mind. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I don't see anything happening. I think just the Hassan Reddick thing, and then I can see Honey Badger going and getting like 5 years with the Jets. He already got his championship, so I don't know. He might just go try to get a big payday now. And I mean, the best case scenario is we do get a guy like Stefon Gilmore. On the offensive side, I don't think so. I think they're set on the young core. Maybe they'll go and draft a wide receiver. We'll see with that though.
Yeah, I mean, so my diabolical plan for the Eagles and I think this is my final answer. I mean, everybody can say that this is Jalen's team this year. The bottom line is we saw what we saw. He is what he is. He hasn't changed a damn thing since his first year at Alabama. I mean, he got.
Wait, but which Jalen though?
Jalen Hurts.
Because you got the chosen one, Jalen Reagor. I just want to. It could be his team this year. Just want to bounce back season.
Yo, you're gonna make me not want to watch football this year. No, I'm just saying, like, the kid hasn't changed. I love him. I love his intangibles. I love Mr. Intangible. I just want to win football games. And he's proven to me that he shrinks. He shrinks when defense figures him out. And I look at a guy like a Malik Willis, who is a freak of nature. I look at a guy like a Matt Corral, who could be a Drew Brees. A Malik Willis could be a Josh Allen, a smaller Josh Allen. And I look at those guys, and if you get one of those guys, this team gets that much better, in my opinion. Just that much better. And then you go out and you could possibly get a DK Metcalf with the second round, third round picks that you're compiling up. Maybe throw a first round pick in, one of the first round picks next year. And all of a sudden, your offense is DK Metcalf, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, best offensive line in football. Quez Watkins. Running backs are dispensable nowadays. So you could get any one of those running backs. And you have a Malik Willis, who is a freak of nature. All of a sudden, your team is looking very, very good. Very good. And then you still have that cap space to go out and get the defense. You still have the draft capital to go get that defense. Mm-hmm. I don't know why we are all hell-bent on just Jalen Hurts. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not the Jalen Hurtses. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, we're going to win 9 games. We're going to win 8 games. We're going to win maybe 10 games. Is that going to get us anywhere? I don't think so.
But
I really don't.
Jimmy, I just don't think it guaranteed any of those guys that are the quarterbacks this year. I don't think any of those guys are guaranteed to be better than Hurts the first season. It depends. That's a big what if, but why? Like our window, we have a large window, and we should kind of use it to our advantage, and not because if you go out and go sign a quarterback for a bunch of money, your window gets smaller. I mean, the guys up front are getting older, as we know. Jason Kelsey, all those dudes up front. But you have such a young team around. I think you just give him that year. Just give him that year, Jimmy.
Yeah, and when we give him that year,
if he does bad, he's out.
When we give him that year, we lose another year of Devontae Smith, and you know that
You can't just
wide
be wearing
receivers
that one
now.
guy, though.
Wide receivers nowadays will last on your team for 4 to 5 years, and then they will either A, get traded, B, want $75 million guaranteed, or C, hold out and not play for you anymore. So you're either going to have to pay him, trade him. If he ends up being good, you think he's going to want to stay here if you waste 2 years of his career because your quarterback can't throw him open?
Players have to go through. It's part of the business.
All right,
I
saw.
You can't come in rookie year or sophomore year saying, "Oh, I don't want this, I don't want that."
Look at everybody else's second years. I mean, Joe Burrow had a pretty damn good second year. Justin Herbert had a pretty damn good second year. Yeah. Kyler Murray had a pretty damn good second year. And I would say that, yeah, Joe Burrow probably had the better offense.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert maybe had the better offense, maybe a little bit. Kyler Murray, did he have the better offense? I don't know. I don't think he did.
For a portion of the season, and he did just as good as Hurts did in the playoffs.
Bro, Hurts did not do anything in the playoffs. Like
good and
Hurts in the playoffs shouldn't.
Kyler threw like 3 interceptions.
Kyler was actually probably a negative to his team, to be honest, in the playoffs.
Like, and what was Jalen? I'm taking Kyler Murray 10 times out of 10 over Jalen Hurts.
He couldn't do nothing.
No,
Jalen
I'm taking
did not do anything.
Don't get me wrong. I'm taking Kyler over Hurts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Drunk, sober, sleep, awake, dreaming, whatever. I'm taking Kyler Murray over Jalen Hurts. But I will say, I kind of see it from both of y'all perspectives, because there's one perspective where it's kind of like, you know, do you really want to go out there and get that quarterback? And then you're like, say it doesn't work out with that quarterback. You just swung and missed, and you gave up on Hurts' future after really one full season at the end of the day. Like, at the end of the day, you can still develop. You're not supposed to be – because there's so many great quarterbacks, like, in the last few years that just come into the league and they're ready right away. It's just a stigma like, oh, yeah, like he should be good already. When in reality, you're supposed to have those growing pains. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I still don't believe Hurts is the answer. I just feel as though we don't have the team right now where it's like, yeah, a quarterback is the difference for this team. We're not the Rams. First of all, we have one solidified and confirmed great receiver on our team, and that's Devontae Smith. Everyone else is a question mark on the team in terms of receiving. Quez is solid. Don't get me wrong, Quez is solid, but he's still not, you know what I mean, a game changer yet. To our knowledge, he's not a game changer yet. Devontae's the only game changer that we have on our roster. So what's the good in getting a quarterback? You said what?
Quez is open every single play. I mean, we saw that. We saw the playoff game. I mean, we look at the Week 18 game that didn't mean anything, but that first possession, Gardner Minshew was feeding Devontae Smith at will, and the Cowboys were trying that entire game. Their first string defense, and Gardner was feeding Devontae at will, and Jalen was going away from that in the last half of the season, last part of the season, just wasn't giving Devontae the ball, with the exception of the Denver game. I mean, I don't know. I look at the trade. I'll give Howie a golf clap, but it's the same story with this guy every single freaking offseason. Like, we're going to have the same offseason next year. We're going to go 9-8, and people are going to say, oh, we got to give him one more year because he only had Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins and Dallas Goedert, and you had a rookie in I don't know. Let's say we draft Pickens in the second round, and let's say he has a less than stellar season. And people will say, oh, Pickens sucked. Miles Sanders was hurt the entire year. The defense sucked. You got to give Jalen one more year. And it's going to keep on going until his rookie contract expires. And I don't want to be in NFL purgatory anymore. Like, I truly think Malik Willis is going to be special. And if he's there at 15, I don't think you could turn him away. Like, you can't just plan yourself saying, oh, our quarterback's going to suck, so we have these 2 first-round picks next year. You can't just plan yourself that you're going to get a quarterback next year. You have no idea what's going to happen next year. You're going to need a linebacker next year. You're going to need a safety next year. You're going to need another corner next year.
Jimmy, since there's so many holes that we need to fill right now, pause. Yeah, had to bring that. But since there's so many like holes to fill on our defensive side, why not take that extra year? Like you can't rebuild this whole defense into a top 5 defense just by one draft.
You saw what the Bengals did this year. You see what the Rams have done. They've built their offense first. They've gotten those key guys on the defensive side of the ball, and then they've filled in the positions of need methodically. They've done it in season over the past 4 seasons.
The only thing, like Jimmy, this is Philadelphia. That's LA. That's another big thing.
I don't care, but LA's winning, and we're not.
People aren't coming. Don't want to come to play in Philly.
If you have a DK Metcalf and a Devontae Smith and a Dallas Goedert and the best offensive line in football, and you got guys like freaking monsters on the defensive side of the ball, I think quarterbacks would want to come here. Like, why do you think Russell Wilson didn't want to come here? Because Jalen Hurts ain't that guy.
At the end of the day, if you get traded here, you're not going to sit out. At the end of the day.
Yeah,
you're not going to sit out. So if they make these splashes, these trades, and they're successful in these trades, people are going to want to come.
Yeah. I mean, it's just you got to look at the long run of things. You can't just focus on one guy's future. I know Devontae Smith is a great wide receiver right now for the Eagles, but you can't say, "Oh, this guy doesn't want Hurts as his quarterback. He's going to hold out." Like, I don't see that happening.
I don't know. All right, comments brought to you by BetUS. BetUS is a leading online sports book that has been in the market for over 25 years. You can bet anywhere in the U.S. on everything. Use the link down below for a 125% sign-up bonus. Let's look at the first comment that we should see. Jason Bennett says, Hurts will probably ball out this year if he wants to get paid. Jason, I don't even want to make this an anti-Hurts podcast. Like, you guys have heard me throughout the season. When we've won football games and he's played well, I've come on the show and praised him for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But when he has a bad game and loses his football games, I'm going to be critical. Like, I want Hurts to do excellent. I want him to be a top 10 quarterback this year because that makes our job that much easier in building the rest of this football team. But from what I've seen, I just don't think it could happen. I hope I'm wrong, but it's nothing personal. I just look at Malik Willis, and I think he's going to be a freaking stud in this league. I don't know. Mark says he doesn't trust Howie drafting to begin with, but I didn't like the trade because I think you get weapons and build the defense for Hurts. Them trading for next year's pick tells me they don't. Yeah,
it tells you they're not in a win mode. They're a win now mode. They're being conservative.
Personally, I think this trade tells you that they are not 100% sold on Jalen Hurts. And what does that say about Jalen? Like, what does Jalen Hurts think about all this? That's a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was drafted to be the backup quarterback. They've said it multiple times. And he's played like a backup quarterback. He's performed well against horrible teams, and he's struggled mightily against good teams.
Yeah. I mean, that it's just growing pains, honestly. You just need to see what you got, and if you have an open competition with Minshew, if that's what that has to be done, I mean, just let him compete for it, I guess. But at the end of the day, I do think it still hurts its team.
I honestly don't even know about him and Minshew competing, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it's kind of like I get Minshew had that game against the Jets, but I just don't see Minshew as like Jimmy's saying, the intangibles. I actually have to use it against him too. I think Hurts has some things that you just can't teach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Minshew isn't a good enough quarterback for you to just even think about replacing Hurts with him.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we look at the potential of where Hurts could be.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But everyone wants to get Hurts out. I mean, he has a lot better attributes.
I personally want him gone, But at the same time, I'm not rushing it. Like, I'm not saying,
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, it has to happen right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't think the team is good enough anyways for us to make
But it can be good. If you get DK Metcalf for a second this year and a first next year, which is totally doable, your team is good. Your team is a top 4 team in the NFC.
But what is our ceiling, though, with that team?
All right. Let's say you keep both first-round picks this year. You also have a second-round pick. You could use 2 of those first-round picks on, I don't know. Let's say you use one on Malik Willis, one on Kyle Hamilton or Jordan Davis. And then that second-round pick, you draft, I don't know, a corner per se. You have a solid defense. You probably have a top 6 defense in the NFC, and you definitely have a top 3 offense in the NFC with the addition of DK. So that team can flip like that. And if you're competing and you get 11 wins and you somehow squeak out a win in the wild card round, all of a sudden you're going to draw interest from other free agents like the Bengals did, like the Rams have done over the past 4 years. That's all I'm saying. I think with Jalen Hurts, you're stuck in NFL purgatory.
I mean,
he's not bad, but he's not going to take you over the top.
He just has potential still. The only game that he's lacking is a throwing game. I know that's a vital part in a quarterback's game, but that's something that can be taught. Not quickly, I guess, not enough for some of these guys. But I mean, it is kind of a gift at the same time. But you just got to give Hurts time. It's really just quarterbacks usually don't do well their first year. It is what it is.
It was his second year.
It was
his second year, and they built the entire team around him, and then they adjusted the entire offense mid-season because he couldn't throw the football. And he didn't beat one team with a winning record. Not one. But let's give him another year. Like all the excuses in the book for this guy. When you ran the last guy out of town who was a legit franchise quarterback.
No. He's on his 3rd team now. He's not a franchise quarterback.
He was a franchise quarterback. I didn't say he is. He was.
Good thing he was. Good thing he was. Not ours.
Good thing he's got that ring.
I ain't gonna lie. His ring is kind of equivalent to the LeBron and Mickey Mouse ring. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
And Jimmy, I'm a Carson fan. It's fast.
But what does that mean, though? Like, what does it mean? Does that mean we're not allowed to be critical and we just keep on throwing excuses?
We are allowed to be
sucked.
Critical,
he actually sucked.
You want him out.
I do want him out because I want to win football games.
Oh my god! So what's going to happen if you go?
You guys not want to win football games? This league is a week-to-week game.
Jimmy,
this isn't a 5-year to 5-year game. This is a week-to-week game.
Listen, what if you go and draft Malik Willis, and he comes in week 5 for Jalen Hurts, and plays like absolute shit? What's going to be your excuse then?
That won't happen.
How do you know?
Because
are you going to say, you're going to throw a million excuses out there if that happens?
Malik Willis is my guy. He's my guy.
But Jimmy, if Malik Willis sucks,
that
sense. I'm just saying if, because you got to be objective here. If he's a rookie at the end of the day, you don't know what he's going to do in the NFL. If for some reason he sucks, that sends our entire franchise back years, Jimmy. Years.
All right. If we're in rebuild mode, why is it bad that Malik Willis is a 2-year project? If you guys are saying,
I think Mr. Wing is wrong here because at the end of the day, like they said, we're not rebuilding, we're retooling. And so that means that they like pieces here. Rebuilding means you're kind of just going to blow it up, and you're just kind of trying to see what young guys are going to stay when you eventually grab some veterans to play with them.
Yeah,
I feel as though this team, it's more so like a Malik Willis is somebody you put on actual rebuilding team, a team that's not really in contention, but wants to eventually start contending. We, based on what we saw last year, could possibly contend if Hurts shows some improvements. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's just aspects of his game that Minshew doesn't have and all these other guys don't have. He can run the ball great, and I know Jimmy hates that, the running the ball aspect as a quarterback, because you're a quarterback, not a running back.
I mean, no
But-
NFL quarterback that's been a run-first quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl. So, and I wouldn't win Super Bowls. I don't want to be a 9-win football team making the 7th seed.
If
year
he
in
can
and year
deal
out.
the ball, if he can deal the ball this season and read defenses correctly, he'll be fine.
But we've been saying that since his first year at Alabama. That's why he had to transfer to
Jimmy,
Oklahoma.
Jimmy. He made, like, I don't know what else you wanted from him.
I wanted him to be able to go past his first.
The
and second read.
expectations were low
I
for
mean,
the whole team.
They were
I know
real
we
low.
predicted high, but we weren't even projected to get 5 wins. So
Yeah, but competent football minds in the city of Philadelphia were saying that they were going to win 8 to 9 games, 10 games, and possibly sneak in as a 7th seed, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And if Hurts had a somewhat decent arm, we possibly compete with Tampa Bay in that first round.
No, our defense
we looked like a bottom feeder of the NFL in that game.
Yeah, we looked
because
terrible.
Of Jalen Hurts.
Offensively, we did look terrible.
And why was
I'm not going to put that on. I'm not going to put that on everyone on the offense, but I know that our defense did get absolutely slaughtered.
I mean, the defense was on the field almost the entire game because it was 3-and-out city, because they were loading the box, and Quez Watkins and Devontae Smith were open every single
He had
freaking
no
play.
time to pass. He
had no time to pass. They were rushing 6. It's a quick fix. Go to your first read and pass it to him. They're open every time. He was panicking. Watch the film. Panicking.
You all right, Jimmy?
No, I'm not okay. Every Monday at like 10, 15, 9:47, it just comes up to the same bullshit. Like, I don't understand what we want. Like, we can be the same exact team this year and be put in a different situation or a better situation come next year if we draft a Malik Willis, if we draft a Matt Corral. Because if that happens, you could probably flip Jalen Hurts for another second-round pick. And then if you think that Malik Willis or Matt Corral is going to be a 2-year project, what is the difference between what Gardner Minshew is going to give you or Jalen Hurts? Let's just say Jalen Hurts is 2 games better than Gardner Minshew. What's the difference between 9-8 and 7-10? And then next year you have your guy. And then you have your guy with a Devontae Smith, with George Pickens, with another wide receiver free agent that you could bring in. Like, I don't see why that's a bad idea or how that's a bad idea. Unless you're a Jalen Hurts fanboy. Then that's probably a bad idea to you. I don't know. You can't predict yourself to get a Bryce Young or a CJ Stroud. You can't do it. You can't do it in this NFL. A week-to-week game. You can't just say, oh, I'm saving all these picks so that I could get a quarterback next year, when you don't even know who the quarterbacks are going to be next year. You can predict it, but it's just not going to fall into your hand, especially in the city of Philadelphia, when you're going to need a linebacker, when you're going to need a cornerback, when you're going to need a safety, when you're probably going to need to get another offensive lineman next year, when you're going to need a running back.
Yeah, I guess we'll see, Jim. Mr. Wing is spitting facts on that last comment, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
I don't know. Carson Wentz's number 1 receiver when he left was Greg Ward. Now Greg Ward's fighting for a roster spot with Jalen. I don't know. Carson Wentz was throwing guys open, and he was throwing to guys like Deontay Burnett and Greg Ward and J. Arcega-Whiteside. Who's Jalen Hurts throwing the football to? Nobody, because he can't throw.
Don't forget Fulgham.
And Travis Fulgham. He made Travis Fulgham look like the best receiver in football. What happened to Travis Fulgham? Practice squad in Miami. But yeah, let's give Jalen Hurts another year. When he had the Heisman Trophy winner last year and couldn't get him over 1,000 yards. When you had 17 games to play. You couldn't get your Heisman Trophy winner to at least 1,000 yards when you had 17 games to play. And when your number 1 receiver is a tight end, Mr. Wing, that's bad. Because obviously, from the contracts that we've seen this offseason, it's a receivers league. And Carson never had any receivers.
I mean, Ertz was a guy, though.
Ertz was a tight end. He didn't run after the catch. We
Yeah,
could praise
he won the
Zach Ertz all we want
for
to.
most receptions by a tight end.
Huh?
That 1 year he broke the record for most tight end receptions.
Yeah, that was the year after the Super Bowl when we were 9-7.
All right, I was just making sure.
I mean, who was your receivers that year?
Alshon.
Alshon was hurt. I mean, he was there, but he was hurt. Throwing to guys like Nelson Aguilar, and you let go of Torrey Smith, so you tried to replace him with Mike Wallace, but he stinked.
He got
Stunk,
hurt.
whatever the past tense of that is.
Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, D-Jax for 1 game. 1 play, actually. First play of the game, he got hurt. And he
That
never
was 2 years after the Super Bowl.
Was
That's
it?
when he-
Okay,
yeah.
no, that was next year. That was bad.
Yeah, I mean, we want to talk all this shit, but then when I throw back the same stuff, pause, people just forget. They just forget. So it's fine.
If it makes you feel any better, UNC's up 12.
Huh?
If it makes you feel any better, UNC's up 12.
I know. I need Phil Kessel to shoot the puck one more time.
Bro,
He's had,
UNC is – I said it, bro. They're dominating Kansas.
yeah, I mean, he's – you know what? F this. I'm putting on the hockey game again. I really need Phil Kessel to just get one more shot on that. That's it. Just one. Please.
He's going to get like a last minute goal. Damn.
So, I don't know, boys. I mean, we'll see. We're obviously going to talk more NFL draft as the weeks come up. Before we switch topics, just give me what you guys want the Eagles to do for the rest of the offseason. I mean, they got the 2 first-round picks. They probably have enough cap space to sign and/or trade for one more elite guy. So just what are you guys thinking? What do you want this team to do? You got 2 first-round picks right now. You got 2 second-round picks, and you probably have enough cap space to sign one more guy or trade for one more guy. So what do you think?
You can go first, John.
It's just hard, man. Like, at this point, it just all depends on what the organization views themselves at. If we're looking at the way I view our team as we're kind of trying to figure out – we're still trying to figure out what we are in terms of whether or not we're going to contend or if we're going to take a step back and rebuild. They keep saying retool, but I feel as though it's closer to a rebuild than actually contending, even though they show flashes of it last year. So I feel as though they should just, see what they could get out of the draft. I don't see them getting another wide receiver in terms of like a wide receiver who's already solidified. I feel as though they're going to get a receiver who's going to be on the draft. Even though, I'm not sure. I just, it's tough, man. You just really never know Howie. If it was me, honestly, I feel as though I would try and pull a trade off with DK Metcalf, a receiver that's proven he's an animal, regardless of who his quarterback is. But I doubt that's even going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, if it were up to me, I think that you get I think you probably try and sign a Gilmore. I mean, he's been on the market for a while now, so his value is just getting less and less.
Yeah, you can probably get him for a steal.
Yeah, and if you have Gilmore and Slay as your cornerbacks, your defense is good.
You get 80% of Gilmore. You got a great secondary.
Yep, and then don't forget Avante in the slot.
Yep.
Anthony Harris is going to be a serviceable guy, so don't forget about that. When it comes to the 2 first, so I'm saying Gilmore. With the 2 first-round picks, I want Malik Willis. If he's there at 15, I want him. When it comes to 18, I think they got. I want a Kyle Hamilton or Jordan Davis. Kyle Hamilton is a freaking dog, and he's dropping because he had a bad combine. I mean, this guy was projected to be a top 5 safety from Notre Dame, top 5 pick overall, and now he's saying that he might drop to the top 20. So I would love him next to Kyle Hamilton. And all of a sudden, your defense is elite. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Your defense is elite. Or right there. They're definitely above average. Second-round picks, I want George Pickens from Georgia. I mean, he's a winner. Big body receiver that could be on the opposite side of Devontae for the next 4 years or so. And you move Quez to the slot. You got Dallas Goedert. And then you just roll from there. Whoever your quarterback is, that's who your quarterback is, whether it's Willis, Hurts, or Minshew, you know? So,
What about Rager?
bro, I don't think he'd make the sprint football team at Chestnut Hill.
But yeah, I really don't know what we're gonna do. Honestly, like I wouldn't even be surprised if we trade another first round pick for a future first round pick. I just feel like there's just so much uncertainty around Hurts right now that they don't know what they're gonna do with that. So if they do really bad this year, then obviously they can package 2 picks for next year for it to like move up in the draft if they I mean if you do that bad, then you'll be able to get any quarterback you want basically, but I still think we'll be around 10 wins. I do think we'll squeeze through another playoff spot this year. But I think defense should be our main priority since the offense is just it's the best that they can give Hurts right now. I mean, it is pretty damn good. But if you get somebody like Woods or not Woods, the hell's his name from the Texans?
You talking about wide receiver?
Yeah,
Cooks?
Cooks. That's what I meant. Yeah, if you get someone like Cooks, that would be pretty big. But I want a big body receiver. So I mean that can come out through the draft, or like I seriously don't know what Howie's up to right now. He could be trying to trade for a quarterback. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Joe says he'll take Christian Watson in the second, Kenneth Walker in the third, or Carson Strong from Nevada. I don't know. I don't know if I could have another Carson in this town, especially a guy with knee issues. Don't want to deal with that again. Yeah, Mr. Wing. I mean, I watched his film. I didn't watch his games. I also didn't watch Josh Allen's games at Wyoming, and I could see that he is a beast. And I also watched every single one of Jalen Hurts' games twice this year, and I saw that guy ain't it. So I'm gonna take a chance on Malik Willis because, in my opinion, it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse. It can't. The dude had talent around him, and they adjusted the entire offense for him. Can't get any worse. Don't care what anybody says. All right.
Just thank God we have the rookie salary on the quarterback and not 30-some million.
Yeah, that's gonna drop down to a top 10 quarterback real quick by the end of that contract. So that point is just totally irrelevant now.
Oh my Lord.
We paid him all that money. It's totally irrelevant. You got wide receivers that are making that type of money now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of that point. You got freaking how much money did Deshaun Watson get guaranteed? And he hadn't played for a year.
Oh,
and he has charges on him. How much?
I don't even know.
And we're worried about $30 million guaranteed for Carson.
A year.
Yeah, whatever.
A year.
Whatever.
I mean, there's quarterbacks making that money that I'd rather have over Carson.
You want Kirk Cousins?
In the same price range?
You want Kirk Cousins? You want Jimmy Garoppolo? You want Jared Goff?
Not Jared Goff. I mean, obviously Jared Goff didn't deserve his contract if you look at it as what he was even with that team.
You think Kirk Cousins is better than Carson Wentz?
Kirk Cousins? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Why don't we get your boy?
Who?
Jimmy G.
My boy. Who's my boy? How is he my boy?
Yeah,
your boy Jimmy G.
Jimmy.
I mean, I'll take him over Jalen, but that's not going to win you anything either. So
he did pretty damn well this year.
Who?
Jimmy G.
Okay. Another L.
I don't know about well there, Evan. I don't know about well. I think he was getting carried by every other
a little bit. But I mean, I don't know. Carson was getting carried by JT the whole year.
Phil Kessel is going to be an all-time loser for me if he does not get this shot.
JT.
He's had 35 minutes to do it, and there's 8 minutes left in this game. He's going to do it to me.
Oh my God.
Eagles Talk brought to you by Gleason's Bars, located at 6700 Mill Creek Ave in Levittown, PA. Use that promo code A2D for 10% off your order whenever you dine in, take out, or order online. Gleason'sBarandSteaks.com. Check them out if you're in the Levittown area. Always a fun atmosphere. All right, we're going to move on to some Phillies and MLB around the league. We had a big A2D fantasy draft last night. So let's just touch base on this Phillies lineup. Let's see how far we think they're going to go. We'll give you our bold predictions about the team. Phillies Talk going to be sponsored by Specialized Physical Therapy. Where is this read? I just saw it. Here we go. Check out our Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. 2 locations in Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. All right, so obviously we're very excited for the Phillies like we've been over the past few years, but I feel like that's kind of been fugazi. Go Kessel! Go Kessel! Bro, he was on a breakaway and he lost the puck. Nobody was in front of him.
Don trying to expose me. Nah, it's my charger keeps messing up.
Bro, I can't. And St. Louis scores. You can't make this stuff up. All right.
What's the score?
It doesn't matter what the score is. I need Phil Kessel to get 2 shots on goal. He's been at 1 shot on goal for 30 minutes now. He literally had a breakaway and he lost the puck.
You're really betting on a guy that looks like this. Stop, Jimmy.
Bro, he's about to be the next Iron Man in hockey. 949 consecutive starts. I think the man could get 2 freaking shots on net.
I don't know.
Your bet says otherwise.
All right, Phillies baseball. Obviously, I don't think we've been this excited. I mean, every single year since we signed Bryce, it's just been playoff or bust, playoff or bust. Bryce is going to take us to the promised land. We're going to get a playoff game finally at Citizens Bank Park, first time since 2011, and then year in and year out, the bullpen blows it. Year in and year out, he doesn't have any protection in the lineup to help him. He's finally got it. The bullpen's looking okay. I mean, a fan favorite of the Flight Zone, Sir Anthony's, was looking good. He's given up 2 home runs over the past few days, so his ERA is looking a little rough. But his stuff has looked good. I mean, you got Corey Knebel from LA, who's probably going to be the closer. Juris Familia, Jose Alvarado, Sam Coonrod, Brad Hand. You got all these guys that, relief pitchers come and go year in and year out. Any given year, a relief pitcher can just look great. Nishak, for example. Chris Roberson, for example. I mean, all these guys are hot and cold. Who's to say this year you don't get 5 relievers that are just hot throughout the entire year?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully. Because, I don't know. I don't know where was an issue last season, whether it was the bullpen coach or just every player just blowing leads left and right. I mean, you did lose Hector Neris, he didn't have a terrible season last season, but he was blowing a lot of games that he shouldn't have blown. Pause.
Hector Nervous.
Yeah. And one of those games I was at against the Yankees, they did win. But I don't know. Like that, like you said last season, that was a 20 win swing. We could have been almost 8 games above Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it's in the dog days in August where it really comes down to all the doubleheaders. Those all matter. You can't get swept in those stupid games against the Marlins. We've seen it every year. I really hope their luck changes though.
Yeah.
For our sake.
Listen, it's like I said. I say it every year. It's no good in getting a stacked bullpen if they come in and your team is down 5-3, 5-2, 7-3, 6-2. At the end of the day, the starting pitching to me is still not strong enough. For example, say you go into, say it's the end of the season, and you need to win the last game of the season to clinch a wild card spot, something like that. So you throw Wheeler in for that last game. Are you telling me that for that wild card game, you're going to have Aaron Nola start? Do you believe in Aaron Nola winning that one win or go home game?
I mean, I gotta see which Aaron Nola shows up.
Yeah,
I mean,
if it's the one that plays in the summer at 1 o'clock, it's definitely a win. But any other time, he ain't doing that.
That's
He's
what
not
I
getting it
mean.
done.
Nola has shown nothing. Has shown us nothing to make us believe, oh yeah, he'll get it done. And he's supposed to be your number 2.
Yep.
And if you look at these stacked teams, they've got at least 2 to 3 stacked pitchers.
Yep.
Phillies have 1. And then not only that, he's starting the season off on the IL.
Yep.
So how long can they sit there and just say our hitting is going to carry us? At the end of the day, there's ebbs and flows in the baseball season. There's going to be times where that lineup is with the hottest lineup in the league. There's going to be times where that lineup is cold, and that's where the pitching is supposed to pick it up. Do y'all have the starting pitching to pick it up?
Yeah.
Will Kyle Gibson be the Kyle Gibson of last year, or will he revert back to the old Kyle Gibson? Will Ranger Suarez be as good as he was last year, or will he get scouted on, and will people see what he's throwing and learn how, and basically adjust to what he's throwing? Zach Eflin, is he ever going to take that next step, or will he be a 4 or 5 guy for the rest of his career?
Yep.
That's a big question mark.
But even if he does stay that 4 to 5 guy, and he does stay what he is, that's a pretty damn good 4 to 5 guy.
It is, but at the end of the day, when your 1, 2, 3 isn't that solid, that's
your
2, 3. You're 2, 3, 4.
I mean, Rangers ERA last year was below 2 for a strong portion of the year.
Ranger was amazing last year, but remember, no team was scouting for Ranger Suarez.
All right, but nobody seemed to figure him out as the season went by. Like
I said,
I'm just saying, when it comes to just the starting pitching, like it seems like we just nitpick on this team year in and year out, find their flaws, and yeah, rightfully so. You were right to do that in the years past while we had Bryce Harper, because we were a fake contender. We did have false hopes. Yeah. But when it comes to this year, this lineup's probably one of the best lineups outside of the Dodgers and possibly the Padres when they're healthy in the NL. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I mean, they're better than the Mets. They're better than the Braves.
No.
Yeah, bro.
They're not better lineup than Atlanta. They're not. Ronald Acuna, Matt Olson.
Is Acuna coming back?
Huh?
Is Acuna coming back?
Yes.
When's he coming back?
He was already in spring training, working out and all that stuff, and swinging.
So he'll be back. He'll be better than ever. Off of what? An Achilles or an ACL?
Huh?
Was it an Achilles or an ACL?
I think it was ACL.
And he'll be back, better than ever, stronger than ever.
I mean, this isn't basketball at the end of the day. It's baseball. At the end of the day,
I mean,
he's gonna be playing right field. He'll be all right.
I mean, you use your legs when you swing the baseball bat, and
as talented as he is, he's gonna do his thing. Not only that, they still have Eddie Rosario, still have Matt Olson. Don't forget Austin Riley. Austin Riley is a guy a lot of Philly fans like to sleep on, as if he wasn't a top 10 MVP candidate last year.
He was. He was good.
And then you mix that in with the fact that they still have an amazing farm system at the end of the day, especially in the outfield. So you're not asking Acuna to be an absolute animal anymore, because he has protection in the lineup now. Before, it was literally him and Freeman, and then you'd be like, please, obviously give us something. Now we have Eddie Rosario. Matt Olson obviously hops in a spot for Freddie Freeman. He's not Freddie Freeman, but he's damn sure a good replacement to have. And then Austin Riley's emergence since Acuna got hurt, I feel as though that lineup still, if you're talking about in terms of what they've proven, you can't sit there and definitively say they're a better lineup than the Phillies. I mean that they're not a better lineup than the Phillies. And then if you go pitching, if you want to talk bullpens, they have one of the best bullpens. You saw it in the playoffs.
I mean, we said this all last year, and they kind of sucked up until August. And obviously, they win the World Series, but it kind of looks like they have the same exact team.
But they built off that team, and they stacked their bullpen up even more.
I mean, Freddie Freeman's a huge loss. I mean, Matt Olson, or was it Olson or Chapman?
Yeah, but when you think about it, you win the championship without Acuna, and then you replace Freeman with Olson. At the end of the day, yeah, you lost, but at the same time, you still added at the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I look at this Phillies lineup, and I have all the faith in the world that they can compete with the Braves.
And you're forgetting that Marcell Ozuna is coming back from the suspension list. That's a great hitter in their lineup.
Yeah, that's true. But
and that's what I mean. They literally go 9 deep.
Okay, but I don't know if Eddie Rosario is going to have another year that he did last year. I don't know if Duval is going to be a strikeout machine. I don't know if Swanson can keep up what he did last year.
What I will say is, though,
I mean, all their role players seem just as.
but I wouldn't call Rosario a role player. People
Bro,
believe
he's a role
Rosario is a role player because he was with the Twins. At the end of the day, if you look at Rosario's stats and what he accomplished and those lineups where really if you're talking about who was healthy, it was really him and Nelson Cruz mostly and Jorge Polanco for most of those years. And he was always that consistent bat. Eddie Rosario has always been a very solid hitter with a great arm in the outfield. And then you take somebody, not only that, hopefully for them, Travis d'Arnaud goes back to being the hitter that he was, because he was a shell of himself last year, but that was coming off an injury. Who knows what he is? Any improvement based on the terrible year he had last year is an improvement at the end of the day. And you're getting Ronald Acuna back, one of the top 10 players in the league.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're showing a lot of optimism and a lot of everything's going to go right for the Braves, and you're not doing the same with the Phillies. That's what I'm hearing.
But what I'm saying is, I said the Phillies lineup is going to be great. I have no question marks about the Phillies lineup. They're going to hit,
especially in our ballpark, because our ballpark is an easier place to hit than the Braves ballpark.
It is, but I just feel as though, to me,
yeah, I'm out.
I'm
out on the Braves talk. I mean, you said the same exact thing every single year, and this was before this lineup and before this pitching staff seemed consistent and before this bullpen looked good. You said this for how many
have I been wrong?
I mean, you had been wrong up until the colossal collapses because of the bullpen, and we've improved the bullpen. But we've improved on the thing that's killed us, and we've made our lineup that much better.
Every year, I point out what's wrong with the Phillies.
Go Kessel.
It comes back wrong. And then, it comes back right. Like, everything I say is right. Jimmy said you're right. And the next season comes up, and I say what the problem is with the Phillies. And he always says I'm wrong. And then by the end of the season, he goes, oh, yeah, you were right. I don't know what this team is. And I'm telling you, the first year they got Bryce, I said, that lineup isn't good enough. Jimmy said, yes, it is. This lineup is stacked.
I mean, they looked good. They were in first place through August. And then they have collapses in September. And they had collapses because the offense shut down and the bullpen sucked. So now they fixed both of those issues. And the Braves haven't. And
it wasn't just the bullpen those years. Don't say that, because the starting pitching as well fell the hell off.
But it seems like they're going to be more consistent this year with a little bit of optimism. Huh?
Nola has sucked in spring training, and he sucked at the end of last year. What has shown that he's going to be better?
I mean, I just hold out hope that he could be that Cy Young.
But that's what I mean. Why can you hold out hope off of something we have not seen? But I just saw a team win a championship and get back a top 10 player, and you're telling me, dang, you have a lot of false hope. Where's the false hope? They just won a championship.
I'm just telling you, we've been in first place year in and year out since Bryce. Even the year before Bryce came here, there was colossal collapses. Now we're that much better. So who's to say we can't be in first place? And then
where have you ended?
We've ended in second place because we've had collapses because the bullpen and the starting pitching wasn't good enough, and the hitting wasn't good enough.
What has this team shown me thus far for me to definitively come out here and say they're gonna be better than the Braves, a team that just won a championship?
From what I've seen over the past 4 to 5 years, because we've been in first place down the stretch and we've completely blew it. And I'm saying that this bullpen is light years better than what they've been.
I just
we're in a better ballpark to hit.
You improved that. Where you improved that, you've also had equal decreases in value in the starting pitching. The starting pitching, besides Zach Wheeler, is a wild card. You don't know what you're getting. You yourself know.
I disagree with that, because I think with the combination of Nola, Ranger, and Eflin, any one of those guys, they've shown that they've pitched like number twos throughout their career. I'm not saying throughout the entire career, but at least 1 to 2 of them have shown that they can pitch like a number two. Kyle Gibson was an all-star last year.
So that's why I'm asking you, though. You told me, do I believe Eddie Rosario is going to come this year and be the same player he supposedly was last year, even though he's been a consistent hitter his whole career? You said, will he be that same player? What has Kyle Gibson shown me that what he did last year was real, that he's not going to come this year and be a fluke?
I mean, who's to say that's not going to happen to Duval, who's sucked on the Marlins, and Eddie Rosario, who was just that guy.
But Duval was an animal for the Braves before he went to the Marlins.
Okay, who's to say he just turns into a strikeout machine like he always is, and he only gets 22 home runs as opposed to 32.
And if he is, you still have Acuna, Eddie Rosario, and a stack, and you have Marcell Ozuna.
Okay, but Acuna's coming off a torn ACL. So I don't think we could just put him on the echelon that he was. Right now, he's not better than Bryce. Once he shows us that he comes back and he's the same guy, then we could say and argue that he could be better than Bryce. But right now, he isn't. Ozuna is not better than Castellanos.
But why are you
Duvall's
comparing
not better
Ozuna
than
and Castellanos? Stop comparing
Castellanos.
Ozuna and Castellanos. Those aren't the guys we got to compare.
I'm just telling you. I'm talking about the number 2 outfielder. Our number 2 outfielder.
Oh, we're going by positions? All right, we'll go by positions. First base, Matt Olson is way better.
Okay.
Way better than Rhys Hoskins.
Okay, but Rhys can still get you 35 home runs if he's healthy this year and 100
RBIs.
So don't say way better.
If Matt Olson.
All right, I'm just telling you. I'm showing you the optimism that you're giving the Braves.
Hold up. You're talking about a proven all-star multiple years and a Gold Glove caliber first baseman who is a better hitter than Rhys. First of all, Rhys Hoskins can't field, and he's an inconsistent hitter. You're trying to say that a guy who's
home runs like that.
Huh?
He can still get 30 home. Like I'm thinking, Adam Duvall and Rhys Hoskins are the same guy.
Let me ask you a question: Who's a better hitter, Matt Olson or Rhys Hoskins?
Matt Olson, but
okay,
but Rhys can still get you 30 and 100.
Okay, and who's a way better defender?
Olson.
Okay, so when you weigh
that's
those
besides
two,
the point. That's besides the point.
When you weigh those two, who's a way better player?
But you can still say he's a way better player. But my guy's still getting 30 and 100 this year and batting 240.
Okay, let's go second base. Ozzy Albies or Gene Segura? Ozzy.
Okay. But Gene can bat 300 and get you 12 home runs and 50 something RBI.
All I'm asking for is an answer, right? Because it's
all
not
right, Ozzy.
Swanson and Didi. Swanson.
Okay.
Third base. You got Bohm, right? Austin Riley. Stop.
Bohm,
Austin Riley and stop. Right now, Austin Riley.
Right now, Austin Riley.
Okay. Now, let's go left field. You'll go what? You'll go Duvall or Castellanos. Castellanos. I give it to him. All right. Center field.
That'll probably be Moniak or Vierlin, who's going to be the they're going to switch on and off, or Harper, and then Schwarber will go to right field. Like I'm telling you, overall, our outfield is light years better than your outfield right now.
And then their infield is light years better than your infield.
It's not light years. It's not.
You just said all 4 positions were better than your 4 positions.
Is it light years?
Not light years?
Light years better?
Yes.
I mean, a guy that's going to be batting over 300 in Gene Segura and probably be your 6 hitter. That's pretty damn good. Like Albies can be good, but the amount of firepower we have at the top is better than your firepower. I'm sorry, but it is.
Okay. We will revisit this.
I'm just telling you.
Because you know this happens every year.
But we've seen it happen. You've told me that I'm wrong. But then come August and come the beginning of September, the Phillies are in first place.
And
they collapse.
You know what I say? It doesn't matter how you get to the destination as long as you get there. I always end up right. So it doesn't matter if I was wrong a little bit for a stretch of time.
We've gotten better. We've gotten light years better than what we've been. I don't think you understand the addition of Castellanos and Schwarber.
I don't think you understand that Ronald Acuna, top 10 player, is coming back.
Off a torn ACL. How many months ago? 8?
Bro, this isn't basketball, bro. As somebody that follows baseball,
bro,
Ronald Acuna is not going to have any setbacks, bro.
You use your knee way more than you think when you're swinging a baseball bat.
As somebody who follows baseball, he will be back.
All right, but he's not better than Bryce.
We'll see. We will see. And I think it's close, even when they're both healthy. So right now, I will say Bryce right now is better than Acuna right now because we don't know, in your terms, we don't know what Acuna is going to be. But I feel as though even if Acuna is 90% or 80% of what he used to be, that's still a whole lot better than half the league.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd say 90% of the league. I mean, y'all saying you need your legs in baseball as if they cut his leg off.
Bro, he tore his ACL.
He's rehabbing, obviously.
He tore his ACL.
You can't. Bro, you're acting like no baseball player has ever come back from a torn ACL.
Bro, I'm just telling you. Especially the way he plays, 120 miles per hour. He's going to lose a little bit of kick in the beginning.
I've seen somebody, particularly on your team, revamp and reshape the way they play the game of baseball because they were getting injured a lot. No, because they were getting injured a lot early in their career. Running into walls, slamming their face into walls, bleeding in the dugouts, hurting their legs because they're doing crazy slides and shit like that. I've seen people revamp their games. Huh?
Roland?
No.
Or Rowan? Aaron Rowan?
No,
Is that who you're talking about?
Bryce, when he was at Washington.
Bro.
Bryce changed. People forget that Bryce was a madman when he first was with the Nationals, but he changed his game.
I mean, he's still
Acuna's
kind of a
22 years
madman.
old. He has time to change his game. For you to just sit here and count out a guy who was a proven top 10 player at the age of 22 and act like because he just tore his ACL, his career is basically over, he won't be anywhere near what he used to be, it's ridiculous. You can revamp your game.
Yeah, I disagree.
And you disagreed in the past, and you've called me crazy.
The last time I seen a guy come off an ACL, it was Andrew McCutchen, and before that ACL, he looked good. Before he tore that ACL, he looked really, really good.
How old was Andrew McCutchen?
I'm just telling you, I don't care about the age. He looked exceptionally good before.
You're comparing Andrew McCutchen at
I'm
that
not
age.
comparing. I'm just telling you.
You are. Why'd you bring him up? Wait, time out. Why did you bring him up?
Because I'm telling you, the last guy I've seen tear his ACL.
To compare it.
To compare what I've seen after an ACL in baseball.
You just said you're not comparing.
You use your legs a lot. You're acting like you don't need your legs in baseball. You need your legs.
You just said you're not comparing it, and 2 sentences later, you said to compare it. Are you comparing it or are you not?
I am comparing it, but I'm obviously telling you that Ronald Acuna is light years better than Andrew McCutchen right now. But I'm just telling you.
We're doing all of this arguing and knowing the NL East, some bum-ass team is going to win this division. A team we don't even expect. Juan Soto is going to come and carry the Nationals. Strasburg is going to have a bounce-back year, and some prospects going to come up, and then next thing you know, the Nationals are going to win.
The Phillies have been there every single August since 2018, and they ended up in second place because they absolutely collapsed.
Or third, because there's years they've fallen all the way to third.
Well, yeah, but I'm telling you, when you're in first place in August this year, you're not going to lose it. You're not going to lose it.
But what I'm saying,
and they will be in first place in August.
Why am I crazy for not believing in something I've never seen and believing in something that I have seen? Like, there's a track record of them falling off. Now,
I'm telling you, they're not going to fall off this year because they've gotten late years better.
Now, if you tell me they would have traded Bohm and a couple of prospects for another starting pitcher, then you got me.
Who's to say you can't do that? Who's to say you can't do that by the trade deadline?
And that's why I said you'll have me.
I'm
telling you what the Phillies need. I'm not telling you there's no. What I'm trying to tell you is there's no round. I'm not saying there's no round where the Phillies aren't a team that can win the division. I'm saying they still need to improve their starting pitching. And you're telling me no, they don't.
They don't.
What is your goal for this year?
My goal is to make NLDS.
So in other words,
win the division and NLDS.
Your goal is just to make it to the playoffs.
I mean, obviously the goal year in is year out to win the championship, but the realistic ceiling right now is to at least make the NLDS and make it a competitive series.
I believe when you go all in with the hitting that you have, you're looking at your season and saying, we can win a championship. If you go all in like they did.
I say that every single year.
Okay, but with their starting pitching, does it look like they went all in?
I mean, they're banking on Aaron Nola to be the 2016-2018 Aaron Nola.
Yeah. That's where it might fuck us up. That's where.
And that's what I mean. Why not acquire? That's all I'm saying. They need another pitcher. Because at the end of the day, they don't get another pitcher.
But they can still do that. Like that's what I'm banking off of. Like they're obviously going to be contenders come trade deadline.
In terms of the Phillies, in terms of the Phillies front office, in the last few years, when have they ever shown that they're going to go get that pitcher? Besides
this offseason when they went over the luxury tax, that tells you that they're all in, and they're just waiting. They're probably waiting to see what Aaron Nola does up until the All-Star break, and if they see that he's just a mid-level pitcher, they'll go out and get a guy.
And if they do, I'll come on here and I'll say, Jimmy, they're going to be a wild card team.
I want an apology because they're winning the division this year.
When the hell have you apologized to me the last 4 years when Bryce?
Bro, I have apologized. Don't act like I haven't apologized to you.
No, you said you're right. You ain't apologized.
Bro, I'm sorry.
You know what you said? You know what he said, Ev? You know what he says, Ev? He goes, we suck. But he doesn't say, oh, yeah, you were right. He just goes,
that's an apology.
We suck.
Bro, you know who sucks? Phil Kessel. All-time loser.
He didn't do it.
Bro, he looked uninterested on the ice tonight. Every single time he had a freaking shift, he was just lollygagging. I could have skated faster than him, and I don't even know how to skate.
He said, hold up, Jimmy got money on me? Oh, yeah, let me pack it in.
Bro, and Carolina's going to win this, and I'm going to lose all those freaking beans because of Phil Kessel.
Why are you betting on hockey, man? Come on. That's an L.
Man, Jimmy.
All right.
I just don't
Evan,
know,
Evan,
man.
what do you got as bold prediction for the Phillies?
I I really don't know what to expect because the last few years we had very, very high hopes and expectations for this team. The bullpen has not gotten significantly better than last season.
Disagree.
Your starting five is basically the same, and you still need that long reliever. I feel like when Nola has one of those games where he's out by the third inning,
Bro,
that just
we're just making assumptions. Like it's become hate and city on this freaking podcast.
it's not hate because
It
I've
is
seen
hate.
the last
It's
2
hate
years.
city right now,
Timmy, don't
I've
act like
seen
you don't
the
hate
last 2
Nola
years.
either.
bro.
Don't act like
The jury isn't out on Aaron Nola right now when it comes to him.
Jimmy.
They
Do
should
not
be.
act like you don't hate Aaron Nola.
Bro, do not act like spring training like doesn't mean anything or does mean something because it doesn't.
No, I don't think spring training really means anything when you're proven. Is Nola proven?
Bro, I still don't think it means anything even if you're not proven. I mean,
think
Mickey
it does.
Moniak has had these types of spring trainings before.
Not like this. Not like this. Because if it was like this, they would have been pushing them to be on the opening day rosters in years past. You've
Bro,
never heard that because
all I
nobody's
gotta
actually
say,
believed them.
I'm taking this roster over any roster in the NL East right now.
I'm taking the Braves.
Bro, screw the Braves. I hate
And
the
that-
Braves.
and
I hate
that's-
everything about Atlanta.
And that's if DeGrom is out as long as I think he's gonna be out for a while.
Bro,
But
the
if
Mets
for some
suck.
reason DeGrom comes earlier.
Let's just agree on something. The Mets will be the Mets, and they will find a way to choke. They are the Dallas Cowboys of the MLB. The only difference is they haven't really won shit in their franchise history. They
What I
suck.
will say is the same way you say the Mets will Mets. If you look at Ross, can we look at roster? Matter of fact, we can look at roster with them because their pitching staff.
Injury prone.
Oh my god! Bro,
Everybody likes to slob
All
all
right,
over
how about
Jacob
this? How about
DeGrom.
this? How about
When's the
this?
last time he's had a healthy
How about
season?
this? How about this? Who would you rather have on opening day, Aaron Nola or Max Scherzer?
Scherzer.
Okay then.
But he
And
might not
then-
even be able to come out on opening day. He's hurt
And then if you look at both teams fully healthy, because Wheeler's not healthy right now. So if you look at DeGrom healthy, Wheeler healthy, Scherzer healthy, and your boy Aaron Nola healthy, who are you taking? You're taking if I just gave you a draft and say take 4 pitchers, you're gonna take Scherzer and DeGrom before you take any of the Phillies pitchers.
I just think our offensive
taking
side
Wheeler.
would.
Huh?
I mean,
I'm taking Wheeler.
I think our offense
He's
is
proven to
hot.
be a workhorse. He's significantly
That
younger
was
than
so
Scherzer.
biased. That's so biased.
That was a bias.
Bro,
He was a Cy Young candidate last year. He came in second place. That was a bias.
Jimmy, Zach
He had
Wheeler.
no protection in the lineup.
Bro, are we forgetting the Zach Wheeler for the Mets that was injured every year as well?
All right, but what happened last year?
He had a great season last year. What happened to DeGrom his whole career? What about Max Scherzer? His whole career.
Bro, are we talking for the long run or are we talking just this year?
Bro.
And the
How
fact
can
that they're
you
on the
take-
Mets.
Zach Wheeler's already starting the season on IL, right? How can you sit here and
10
say
days.
you're biased?
I'm not biased.
You
I'm
just said
taking
you'll
a
take
Cy
Zach
Young
Wheeler
candidate.
over. You just said you'll take Zach Wheeler over Jacob DeGrom, the best pitcher in the league, hands down, no question.
No. I'm taking DeGrom, but I'm taking Wheeler over Scherzer.
Okay. I just know one thing: when the games get big, that's when Scherzer's at his best. I haven't seen anything from Zach Wheeler that's shown me that he's going to win me a ball game when it counts. Because last time I checked, I remember that Tampa Bay Rays series, and you know what happened then.
I mean, they were burnt out. He was the only guy.
Oh my God!
Eflin
They
was
were
hurt.
burned out in a 60-game season.
Eflin was hurt. Nola was doing his
They were
typical
burnt out
Aaron
in a-
Nola thing.
They were burnt out in a 60-game season. I've had enough with your biasness.
I mean, you're talking about the past. I'm talking about right now. This team is significantly better than what they've been. So I don't
They
think
are a
they're
better
going to.
team.
They're not going
Just
to have
because-
another collapse. Like they've gotten so much better. That shows me that they're not going to have another collapse.
Kansas is coming back.
No, I don't even want to watch sports anymore.
Every time I look at the screen, Brady Manick is blocking somebody. Am I the only one? Like, have you been seeing
Nah,
this?
yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen it.
yeah.
Like, he's been sending stuff today. Hey, how many? I swear, if he has like 3 blocks, I've seen all 3.
Evan, what do you think? What do you think? Bold prediction for this Phillies team?
I think NLDS. I do think that they'll make that jump into the playoffs and finally stay consistent enough. But I just don't think like once we were getting into the Ranger Suarez, I like Ranger. I thought he had a great season last season. But once you get into all these other guys in your fourth and fifth spot, like Eflin, like I don't know if you can really rely on someone like Eflin. He's been so inconsistent each year.
I mean, he's been consistent. It's just the injuries. So if he could stay healthy, I think he's a very, very strong number 3.
I mean, yeah, but all these people just need to stay available. I mean, it's gonna be a long season this season.
And I'm
So-
banking on the fact that I truly think they're going to go out and get another starter.
They may. I can definitely see something happening if you have Bryson Stott fighting with Baum for a spot and you're in a win now mode, why not go trade one of those guys, preferably Baum, to another team for a pitcher?
Yeah.
So if
I
you
mean,
really want to build like that, you gotta start making changes.
yeah, I'm out on the Phillies hate in the comments. Nitro Freak is just a freaking. I don't understand the hate. I really don't. I mean, the fact that we've been there year in and year out and collapsed in August. My only point is this team is significantly better right now. Like we could slob all over the Braves.
I
All
had to
we
walk
want
away
to.
real fast. I had to tell my sweet mate because he has money on Kansas and they started making comebacks, so he started going crazy.
Must be nice to still have anything on this game. Freaking Phil Castle. But I'm just saying, like, all the hate from Philly fans, like I don't understand it. Like we've seen the monumental collapses that we've had over the past 5 years, and I'm telling you, the Braves have been almost the exact same team throughout these 5 years. The Mets have been basically the same exact team.
What
over
I'm
these
gonna
past
ask
5
is
years.
though, when have the Braves missed the playoffs?
I mean, they've had to go up against teams like the Mets and the Phillies who have collapsed.
Oh my God, when have they missed the playoffs? And don't forget,
Bro, I'm talking about now, though. I'm talking about how the fact that
don't forget the good old Marlins. The good old Marlins love to
Marlins
spoil
suck.
that Phillies parade.
Nah, they
They
suck.
love to,
They
they
suck.
love to
It
spoil
is
it.
true. It is true.
I
And they're gonna have a better team this
I'm
year.
out. I'm out. I wasn't expecting all the Phillies hate this tonight.
Rush.
I really wasn't. I don't understand it.
Bro, listen, I'm not hating on the Phillies. I think they can finish first. Listen, they get another pitcher, they can finish first. I just
Adding
feel as though
one
without
hitter.
that pitcher,
Nitro, like wake up. Like are you paying attention? Because Schwarber and Castellanos equals 2 hitters right there.
listen.
They added hands in the bullpen this year.
Hand sucks.
No, hands. Not
Oh, I
Brad
think-
Hand.
All right,
Hands.
I
besides
thought
Corey-
that's what you meant.
Besides Corey Knebel, what other reliever do you really trust that they got?
Sir Anthony,
No,
Alvarado, Familia.
that you trust.
I opened this segment saying that the bullpen is a year in and year out thing. At any given time, anybody can do good. It's true. John, how long have you been watching baseball?
It is a year in and year out thing. I've just never seen it. Listen, I don't
And
know.
look at all the new names that we got this year. Who's to
you
say they
got
can't
your
step up?
biased mindset, and I've got my objective mindset.
Bro, but I'm not biased. I'm telling you right now, like this has been the same story, only we look light years better than what we've been in the past. And all these teams have stayed the same. Like the NL East has gone in and year out. And the Phillies always seem to be first place in August. And I'm just telling you, I don't see a collapse this year. Corey Knebel is a good closer, Nitro Freak.
Damn. My allergies are hitting my bad boys.
Listen, man.
They're
You're
hitting
allergic
hard.
to the haters.
They're hitting hard.
I mean, who knows, man? If Phillies could end up being like the Sixers, make a big splash, and then regret the splash.
Bro, that's a great transition because you want to talk about hate and the negativity. I will bring that during this Sixer segment. I will bring that.
Yeah.
Bro, they got your boy, bro.
Bro. Before we move on to Sixers, I just want to say that I got Wheeler winning Cy Young, and I got us making it to the NLCS. That's gonna be our that's gonna be my bold predictions for
Listen,
the
here is some advice to all the people who don't watch baseball, whatever. If you're gonna put money on a rookie of the year, American League, Jimmy, you know who to put the money on, Jimmy.
Put it on the fam, right?
Gotta put it on the fam. Julio Rodriguez, man. You gotta put it on the fam. Got called up today. Gonna be on the opening day roster.
What is it,
Put some
first
money in
cousin?
yesterday.
First cousin or second cousin?
No. It's not blood cousin, but it's like, fam ties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so put that money in.
Family friends.
I'm telling you that right now. That kid's a stud. So put that money in. Jimmy should have drafted him. We went looking for him yesterday, and he was on somebody's team already.
Yeah, Poe from Hockey Happy Hour snagged Julio Rodriguez in the 24th round, I think it was. So
Yeah.
There we go. A lot of people that got picked before him, Jimmy.
Josh Harrison. Nah, I didn't pick Josh Harrison that early.
Yeah, but you took Tommy Pham before.
All right, Sixers talk. You got any bold predictions, you Philly hater, or not? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Number 13 for the Bombers.
Must be somebody else. I don't know. But honestly, if you're talking about bold prediction, I have a bold prediction in mind is they finish third place. But if you're talking about a positive bold prediction, it'd be that they make it to the second round of the playoffs because Aaron Nola goes back to the old Aaron Nola, and they pick up another pitcher, and it's Wheeler, Nola, and whoever that third pitcher is. Harper has an MVP-esque season. Castellanos keeps being Castellanos. And then they run into the Padres and lose to Machado.
So you think all that they're going to come in third in the NL East, make the playoffs, and make a run to the NLDS and lose to Machado in Game 5?
Yep. No, not Game 5.
A sweep? Clean sweep?
Get them out of 4.
Oh.
That's tough.
We're going to have to – bro, who's going to compete with those 4 for the Padres, man? That's all I got to say. Darvish, Clevenger,
Snell.
Bro, just remember, this lineup without Castellanos and Schwarber have been effing up that Padres pitching staff. Just you forget about that.
They never had Mike Clevenger. They never had a full season of Darvish and Blake Snell.
I'm just telling you.
Paddock's about to be out of here. Get him out of. Get him and Hosmer out of here.
We've done well. We've done well at PNC Park, and we all know how well we perform at Citizens Bank Park.
All I know is.
Just saying.
All I know is, first, we know playoff Blake Snell is different. We saw him with the Rays. Playoff Blake Snell it's not even. That's a different being, right?
I'll give you that.
And then Mike Clevenger was top 5 in Cy Young multiple years before his injury, and we don't even need him to come back right away because we have one of the top pitching prospects in baseball, Mackenzie Gore, tall, left-handed. He came into spring training. First of all, he forgot how to pitch last year, and then came this year and he's throwing 99 as a lefty starter. So
yeah. I mean, I also want to just say, I know we all like to shit on this Philly starting rotation, but damn, Bryce Love just, I hope he's okay. Like, that was a non-contact just roll-up.
You literally got Caleb Love's name wrong twice.
Caleb Love. Caleb Love, whatever.
That's that football talk, that quarterback talk.
Yeah.
Carson.
Who's Bryce Love? Bryce Love was a running back for Stanford, I think. That everybody liked, and then he just disappeared.
I'm literally watching North Carolina implode.
It's all right. It doesn't matter. All right. All right, let's get into some Sixers talk. Let's just won 2 in a row. Obviously, we're going to take you down the stretch of this North Carolina-Kansas game championship. Been a hell of a season for the NCAA. Crazy tournament. Came down to 4 blue bloods in Villanova, Kansas, North Carolina, and Duke. But we'll keep you updated on that with live look-ins. Right now, 46-41, 13 minutes to go. But our Sixers talk
won't stop blocking people.
Yeah. He's crazy. But Sixers talk brought to you by Manscaped. Get the start of spring also marks the start of Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to this foundation, men's health, and early cancer detection. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35, and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as a part of the We Save Balls initiative. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. All right, Sixers, obviously, it's been literally a roller coaster since James Harden came in. There's been ups and there's been downs. The ups have seemed to be against horrible teams, and downs have seemed to be against excellent teams. The half-court offense is just atrocious down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Like it seems like nothing's changed. I mean, we want to blame everything on Ben Simmons because he couldn't have a half-court set come playoff time. But at the end of the day, this half-court set is literally in the fourth quarter. Tyrese Maxey in the corner, Georges in the other corner, and then it's ISO between James Harden on the right side of the court and Joe on the other side of the court, and then you have Tobias slashing in and out. That's all this offense is in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And who's to say it's going to change come playoff time? Because I don't see it. I really don't see it. And I think James Harden is a certified loser. Certified loser. So these two wins in a row mean absolutely nothing to me. We could play the matchup game again like we did last year. And I think that's probably the best case scenario because as of right now, I don't think we could keep up with the Nets. I don't think we could keep up with the Bucks. And the Heat are questionable. And the Celtics.
I was about to say
about the Celtics.
I was about to say the Heat. To me, you already know how I feel about the Heat. I'm not gonna get into that because people are probably gonna think I'm crazy. I'm biased about my hate for the Heat. I'm biased. As a Pacers fan, I'm biased about my hate for the Heat, so I'm not gonna talk about them. But I also hate the Celtics. But I gotta be honest, they're unstoppable right now. And Tatum right now got that it's almost like that look to him, like hey, I'm not being stopped. And he's not the type of player that really you can draw up a defense for. You know what I mean? Like it's Celtics gonna be scary, man. Him and Jaylen Brown, they got it clicking now. They realized don't get him a point guard that's ball dominant or that needs the ball in their hands. Get a point guard that can play off the ball so they can share it.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart is that X factor on that team. And I think
and he's a perfect point guard.
Yeah, and losing Robert Williams, I think, doesn't mean anything to them. I mean, the centers are so dispensable in this league nowadays. Unless you have a Jokic or an Embiid, centers don't really mean anything.
I feel as though whereas Robert Williams is actually going to hurt is if they play the Sixers because they had that.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Embiid's taking the lunch money. No matter who it is, Embiid's taking the lunch money.
Because the reason why I say that is not it's not just Embiid. Because here's the difference. When there's a pick and roll, right? Say they set the pick, and Robert Williams, first of all, his ability to switch on the guards is underrated. He's amazing at switching on the guards.
Well, it won't matter when you're playing against.
When Embiid goes to try and post up whoever switches onto him, Horford's able to switch if he's off the ball. It's easier to switch because he's off the ball. Whereas now, without Robert Williams, Horford's going to be the one guarding the switch, like the pick and roll with Harden and Embiid. He's going to have to guard the actual pick and roll rather than helping out on Embiid if Robert Williams is healthy. That screws up the entire scheme. Not only that, somebody who was producing off the bench now has to get inserted into the starting lineup. That kind of messes up your lineups. It's a bigger loss than kind of making it out for it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mr. Wing, stop. Let me do it. I didn't think I'd have to do it today.
He's bringing it out.
He's good where he's at.
Oh,
he's good where he's at.
So that's a Heat player right there.
Don't worry, I'm gonna
turn it around. That's a Heat player.
I'm gonna edit it. It's gonna be a Halliburton jersey by the end of next year.
Right. Yeah, man. But the James Harden thing, like, there's a lot of defense. And I feel like me and Jimmy already kind of know what this season's going to be just from watching Harden. And I know everyone's saying, oh, don't overreact this, don't overreact that. Like, there's going to be no time to react because the play overreact because the playoffs start just in a few weeks. You know, like, before you know it, we'll be seeing James Harden in playoff mode. Let's hope it's a little bit better than his track record says. I mean, he did take the Warriors that 1 year all the way to, Game 7?
Yeah.
I'm still out. That was more Chris Paul than I would say Harden.
Yeah, the second he lost that guy. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Every single day.
That James Harden left us 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm first of all, let me just start off by saying I'm out on the fact that the Sixers or the Celtics can beat the Sixers for the sole reason that Joel Embiid is going to destroy Daniel Tice. Absolutely destroy him.
Yeah.
And I think Tatum and Brown are going to butt heads a little bit come playoff time because the second things go awry, you know damn well some shit's gonna be stirred up, and it could be Celtics in the beginning of the season, just like that.
Yeah.
This entire year, we have not been afraid of the Celtics.
So
And like we said, regular season basketball does not matter.
time out. You're not going to get away with that. You're not going to get
Joel
away.
Embiid is single-handedly going to beat the Celtics.
But you're not going to get away with that because you're not going to sit here and say chemistry problems, and as soon as something goes wrong, they're going to butt heads, as if you're not relying on James Harden, somebody who, as soon as there's adversity, he wants to dip. And not only that, as soon as he wants to dip, his production also dips.
Bro, I need him to play like he played in the first 5 games, where he was facilitating, where he was letting Maxey get involved. I need Maxey to close out games for us. That's what I need.
Those first 5 games are the literal definition of a honeymoon phase.
Okay, and it could happen again. It could happen again. No, I don't want to defend the Sixers because I hate James Harden, but we're beating the Celtics.
And do you really think Doc Rivers,
bro? I hate Doc Rivers.
Is gonna be able to basically out scheme the Celtics, because you're gonna have to out scheme them at the end of the day.
I blow double-digit leads Rivers. Is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
I'm just as out on him as you are.
Okay, so
I think he was a bigger problem than Ben last year. I think him and the bench.
How the hell are you gonna win in spite of not only Doc Rivers but playoff James Harden? And we don't know what the hell we're getting out of Tobias Harris.
The MVP.
Bro, I saw that MVP get bounced out by a way inferior Hawks team at the hands of Doc Rivers coaching.
He's a different player.
I can see it. Okay, but Doc Rivers isn't a different coach.
All right, but he's a different player, though.
All right, but the Celtics are way better than the Hawks.
You need to get Maxey involved.
Yeah.
I have faith that he'll get Maxey involved.
Listen, no Robert Williams, y'all going to destroy him because Daniel Tice has to play. With Robert Williams, Daniel Tice's minutes are cut. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Robert Williams, healthy is a big difference. And not only that, I think a real underrated pickup for the Celtics was Derek White. I feel like y'all should have tried to get Derek White. They got him for a little bag of chips. They got him for Josh Richardson, bro. He sucks.
Yeah. I mean, you don't got to convince me about the flaws of the Sixers team. I'm just telling you we're beating the Celtics.
And then you go bench. Don't let one of your starters get in foul trouble.
Oh, you don't got to tell me. I'm letting you know right now. I don't like this team. I'm a wait and see right now.
It's hard to watch.
What do you guys think about putting Maxey on the bench and letting Maxey play?
I think that's what they should do. That's what they should do. Maxey
small ball rotation
and put Danny Green in the starting lineup. Let Embiid and Harden run they pick and roll in their ISOs. If you pick up, kick it out to Danny Green. He'll hit it once every. I can't really throw a number at the end. Once every 5 to 20 shot attempts, he'll hit a couple. You know what I mean? Hopefully, yeah. But he'll also play defense as well, so you'll have great defense.
Yeah.
Like to make up for Harden, being Harden.
Yeah.
Like I just feel and not only that, you still have to bias for scoring, anyways. If you need somebody else to score for you, so
it depends on who's hot, really. Like if Harden's having a real good game in the beginning of the game, and let him take his shots until he starts missing. But if you have Maxey on the bench when Harden comes on, and you put Maxey in, you're able to play that small ball where you don't necessarily need someone like DeAndre Jordan or another center. Like you could throw in Paul Millsap there. I know he's not that great.
No.
He played pretty the game that him and Maxey played.
He sucks.
He's cooked.
You need a small ball center. In
the words of Adrian Broner, he's cooked. He's done.
They need to figure out a different rotation because whatever Doc's thinking, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, I need the staggered rotation. I need the staggered rotation that he did in the first 5 games. Like I don't understand what happened. Why did he revert back to his old ways?
Yeah.
Like I don't understand.
The only person that's really like the only 2 guys you have coming off the bench is you could say Georges and maybe Shake. Shake wasn't bad.
As sad as it is, it's true.
That second guy, man. I know somebody who's better than him, but I ain't gonna get into that.
It's
Oh,
Justin
they're
Anderson.
not going to get any.
Don't ever. Yo, you know Justin Anderson starts for my team. Don't even get me started on that.
He starts for
He
India.
starts for the Pacers, man. Bro, the Pacers are so hurt. When they bring out their injury report on Twitter, it goes injury report 1 of 2, and then they name all the players that are out. And then they put up, I'm dead serious. And then
Bro, but it's been that same story year in and year out. So there's
that's why we got him out of here. All those guys are out of here. Warren, you're expiring contract. You're gonna be out of here. T. McConnell never gets hurt. So as soon as he got hurt, I knew our season was over. Like T. McConnell got hurt? Are you serious? Brogdon will be out of here. We already got Sabonis out of here. And look what happened when we got to the Kings. He got hurt right away. Got him out of here. But enough about the Pacers. Miles Powell should have at least gotten some looks over Shake Milton at some point this season. But it's not happening. And Kansas is officially up 5 and at the free throw line.
Wait, what time are you at?
I'm at the N1.
Like minute wise.
I'll tell you right now. I'm looking at a man screaming right now. 10 minutes and 8 seconds.
Damn.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely taking Maxey in that second group just so Maxey has time to take over on his own and see if he has it that night. But I mean, if he does, like, I'm definitely taking Maxey as that closing guy because when he's on,
But
he's
the
on.
thing is, I love Maxey, and I think Maxey wouldn't have a problem with it. But at the end of the day, there is something called that ego. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, he was that starting point guard when Harden wasn't there. Now you're basically telling him, hey, you know, all that developing you were doing, all that chemistry you had as a starting point guard, because we got James Harden, we got to send you back to the bench, and we need you to take over as a bench guy. Like, is he comfortable in that role? Is he comfortable being the guy where it's just him by himself, really, and he just got to really carry the offense?
I think so because there's countless games where Embiid wasn't playing, and you had to really rely on Maxey
and then
and all those other role players.
At the end of games, is he going to be able to adjust and be able to be on the floor at the same time with Harden and Embiid?
Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah, you've got to be able to find that balance because you can't just say, yeah, we're going to play Maxey with the bench because at the end of the day, he's one of your top 5 players on your team. He has to be on the court at the end of the game.
Yeah, even if he comes off the bench, he'll still be playing 35 minutes.
Yeah.
When it comes to Bill's question, you ever reverse the question? Mr. 3 for 4 Bill, fakest Philly fan I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, how do you like Boston? Like, I will never understand that. But you like all the other Dallas Phillies teams. But that's besides the point. If you were a fan of another team, which you are, Bill, would you want the Heat, Bucks, Celtics, Nets, or Sixers first round?
Oh, I got the answer to that. The Heat.
Definitely not the Sixers.
Heat
Like,
suck.
I don't. If I'm any team, I do not want Joel Embiid taking my lunch money.
Yeah, I'm not facing Joel Embiid, and I'm not risking James Harden remembering how to play basketball. I'm not risking that. I'd rather play. If it's me, I'd rather play the Heat first. It's kind of a tie between this. Matter of fact, if we're talking about the teams right now, I'd rather play the Nets and their terrible defense and all the injuries they have right now second. Then it's a toss-up between the Celtics and Sixers. It really depends on whether Robert Williams is healthy or not. If he's healthy, I'd rather play the Sixers. If he's not healthy, I'd rather play the Celtics. To me, the Bucks are the most complete and ready team.
Yep. Yeah.
And they have a superstar who, no matter what you throw at him, no matter what you say about him, he won't stop.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryce. The Heat are a regular season team.
They are the Bubble Guppies. I will not relinquish that nickname for them until they prove it wrong. And then here goes Jimmy. Here goes Jimmy. And I'm not talking about you, Jimbo. I'm talking about Jimmy Butler. Every time things don't go his way, watch what's going to happen. I can already see it. We're talking about a man that got outscored by Brent Forbes in the first round last year. And we're going to sit here and tell me that, yeah, I can believe in them because he's their star player.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I love the Heat personally. Like, I don't love them, but I like the Heat. I like to watch them. I love Jimmy Butler. I love Tyler Hero.
And you know this is painful for me to say because y'all know who my second favorite player is. It's Victor Oladipo. You have his jersey right over there.
I love Oladipo.
But at the end of the day, I have to be objective. I feel as though they don't have that. They don't have that cohesion where it's like at the end of the game, we're going to give this guy the ball and he's going to know what to do with it.
Yeah,
that's Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's their closer. I mean, I'm not advocating for his Heat. If to go back to Bill's question, I'm taking the Celtics first, Heat second, Nets no.
So you'd rather
Sixers
face
third, Nets fourth, and then Bucks fifth.
So you'd rather face Jimmy Butler, Lowry, and those guys. I mean, you'd rather face Tatum and Brown. And stop with that. They're gonna lose their chemistry. That narrative is dead.
I'm not saying they're gonna lose their chemistry. I'm saying the second that regular season talk right now. Like, what has their schedule looked like? Come playoff time, what's gonna happen? Come playoff time, who's gonna take their lunch money? Joel Embiid.
He hasn't done it
Like,
before.
this is a horrible question, by the way. Horrible question.
He hasn't done it before. I don't know.
Bro, Joel Embiid has destroyed teams in the first round. And that's when he was fat and out of shape and eating Chick-fil-A every night. He's actually on a mission now.
Okay, but
why would you want to play Joel Embiid in the first round?
I'm not saying Joel Embiid. I'm talking about how could you have the Celtics last and the Heat? Like, be unbiased right now. Be unbiased.
I am being unbiased.
You think the Heat are
the Celtics are going to revert back to what they were in the beginning of the season.
Oh my god,
that's a bold prediction. Agree to disagree.
And what would the Heat be? The Heat got swept.
They're the 1 seed.
They got swept,
bro. The head coach and the best player are about to fist fight, and they're all of a sudden they're hot again, and they're 2 games
hot again. They got destroyed the very next game by the Nets. No, actually, they blew a 24-point lead to the Knicks the very next game. Then the game after that, they got destroyed by the Nets. You know why they're on a little streak? Who have they played?
Huh?
The only good team they played is the Raptors.
Okay. And they beat the Raptors.
And be careful with the Raptors.
Bro, stop.
Jimmy, you know Nick Nurse got the blueprint. He got the blueprint.
No, I'm out on Ralphie too, like the Lakers. It's weird. And I don't care about the excuses. We can talk about excuses all we want. At the end of the day, I advocate hour in and hour out every single Monday night how I want this Eagles team to improve. I'm not a Carson lover. I love the Eagles.
And
whatever. Three for four. Like 3 for 4 means 0 for 4 in my book. I don't care about anything else.
Shit, I'm
out. Yeah, that's why I'm out on you too. Totally out.
So who do you have winning the championship at the end of the day?
Winning the championship?
Suns.
I mean, according to DraftKings, I have the Sixers winning the championship after that 5-0 run they went on.
Realistically.
But right now, dude, if I told, I'm telling you right now, the second the Sixers get eliminated in Game 7 in the second round, I'm not watching like I did last year because I just won't be able to. I won't be able to do it. I won't.
Yep.
But I don't know if the Suns get over the hump this year.
Still think they don't have an answer for Giannis.
I hope that Steph comes back healthy.
I feel like Wiseman and him being shut down, I feel like that really just took this to set them back.
Yeah, but Kevon Looney has been their center before when they've won championships.
He has, but I mean, Kevin Durant was their small forward.
That's true, but I feel like they've developed an insane amount of chemistry.
They've got to realize Andrew Wiggins pulled a Ben Simmons and start playing Kuminga more minutes.
Bro,
Wiggins is shooting 20% since the All-Star game and shooting 40% from the field.
He had a pretty solid game yesterday.
Huh?
He had a pretty solid game yesterday.
Congrats. That still doesn't change the fact that he sucks since the All-Star break. He's pulled a Ben Simmons.
Bill. You're talking about a regular season victory by 49 when we didn't have. I don't think we didn't have Harden in that game, but that's besides the fact. The Celtics are done. They're not going to win anything this year, and Embiid is going to take.
You're such a Celtics hater.
I'm a Sixers. I'm a Philadelphia native. It's in our blood to hate the Celtics, and they're not as good as us. They're not. It's that simple.
I think the Bucks will win it all.
Yeah,
I think Giannis is just on like, It's actually like inspiring, and it just makes me crack up. It's like my friend says, "Don't make me chuckle." That dumb quote you had in D. Linus class. Why can't Ben Simmons be a Giannis? You're seeing it now.
I mean, I saw his potential, and
that day,
all he needed to do was shoot the ball.
That day, me and Will looked at you like you were stupid. And today we still look at you like stupid.
Bro, all he needed to do was shoot the ball, and he was
Even
Giannis
if he shot the
Antetokounmpo.
ball, he ain't had this.
All right, but if he shot the ball, it seemed like he would have that. Because if he actually shot the ball, it would show that he had heart.
Giannis been a dog since day one.
Yeah.
That's why I said
Bill can type away all he wants with the Celtics love, with his Boston love. Like, go like the Red Sox, go suck off Tom Brady, go do all that shit. Go.
Bro, Remy Martin is 30 years old out here splashing threes against college kids, bro. This is crazy.
I'm just saying, like, the Celtics ain't going nowhere this year.
If they don't get Robert Williams back, they're not.
Bro, they're not beating the Sixers if they meet in the playoffs. It's not happening.
If they have Robert Williams, yes, they will.
They won't.
They will, because Tatum and Brown are going to be too much.
Bro, you guys are relying on a freaking center to say that you'll come back and make the finals.
You're relying on a center to win you the finals.
He's the best player in basketball. Arguably the best player in basketball. Arguably. He is the MVP. He is. You give him Drew Holiday, you give him Chris Middleton, you give him that bench. It's a dynasty. I mean, everybody wants to hate on Ben Simmons. He's had Ben Simmons his entire career. I'm so biased. I'm the biased one. And
I literally saw a Sixers fan on Twitter say Tyrese Maxey is better than Drew Holiday, and that Chris Middleton isn't better than James Harden.
All right, but I'm not that Sixer fan. I'm realistic.
You're not that Sixers fan because it doesn't help your argument that Joel.
What argument? What is my argument? Like I said it in the
First of
beginning.
all, if we're really looking at who is the most valuable player to their team,
the Sixers aren't even a play-in team without Joel Embiid.
The Nuggets are literally the last place team in the entire league if they don't have Jokic.
And what are the Sixers?
Bro, where are they going with Will Barton, Monty Morris, and freaking Aaron Gordon, bro?
Okay, where are the Sixers going with Tobias Harris and Seth Curry and Andre Drummond and Tyrese Maxey?
If you go Maxey, Seth Curry, Tobias, Drummond, and throw in and Thibault, they can get a plan.
Bro, the Sixers have 4 guys that can score. That's it. 5 if you count Georges.
What I'm saying is, what's a better roster? The Sixers without Embiid or the Nuggets without Jokic? Right now.
Nuggets. Bro, have you seen James Harden play basketball?
Have you seen Will Barton or Aaron Gordon play basketball without Jokic?
Will Barton can shoot at least. Our best three-point shooters is Georges. His name is Georges.
Maxey is better than Will Barton. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tobias Harris is better than Aaron Gordon.
No.
James Harden is better than Aaron Gordon.
Yes.
And Tobias Harris is better than any other fourth guy you want to pull out from that
Although
team.
I've seen some horrid basketball from James Harden. Horrid.
But who do you want to throw in as the 4th best player on the Nuggets? Bones Highland? Monty Morris? Jeff Green has started 25 games from Jeff Green.
Bro, I've watched Jokic play basketball and I've watched Joel Embiid play basketball. It's close, but Joel Embiid is the better basketball player and he is the MVP of the league. He could literally do everything. And he could do it at an elite level.
He can't pass like Jokic.
Okay, but Jokic can't play defense. Like that's the only thing that Jokic has on him.
And shooter. He's a better shooter than Embiid.
When Embiid wants to, he shoots.
But he's not a better shooter than Jokic.
You forgot about Bones Highland also.
I said Bones Highland. I literally said who you want to throw as a
better than James Harden. Well, I'm saying the Sixers aren't going anywhere, but they're beating the Celtics. So you could do the twisty twist on Larry Bird all you want. You could do it on Jason Tatum. You could do it on Marcus Smart. You guys aren't beating Joel Embiid.
I ain't gonna lie. I actually hope y'all beat the Bucks a little bit just to see if Embiid sits on the Buck. You saw how he said on the JJ Redick podcast that he said he didn't forget about Giannis sitting on the Sixers logo.
Yeah,
I remember
want to see that.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
You
you guys are making me huge, just Sixer fan, right? Like I was totally out on this team, and then this happened. I'm in now. Thank you. I'm in. Let's go. Take me to the promised land, big man. You can do
I
anything you
don't
want.
know. All I'm gonna be thinking about. Remember when I made the comment in the group chat? Remember when there was that heckler that said to Bryce Harper, 0 for 3, like 30 million or like 300 million.
Yeah.
Every time that Harden shoots 1 for 10 in the second quarter and has 4 points, I'm just gonna keep playing that in my head. You're what? 1 in 10, 48 million you're getting next year.
Yeah. And then Bryce proceeded to smack a ball out of
A grand slam, game-winning grand slam. So,
Bro, North Carolina really did all that good playing basketball just to sell like this. This could have been Paolo's moment. Instead, I got to watch Caleb Love shoot the dumbest shots ever and keep missing. My God. Caleb Love is literally the new Cole Anthony, except worse, because you really don't know what you're getting. At least Cole Anthony was like kind of average when he was having his off games. Caleb Love is either the best scorer you ever saw or looks like somebody that wouldn't even make a pickup basketball league at the park.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. I hope Kansas wins because if North Carolina ends up winning and I don't win that money because Phil Kessel couldn't get one more shot on goal, I might never watch sports again.
I just hate Kansas, bro. Like, I just look at Kansas. I'm like, yo, y'all suck.
some guy put like $400. It was like a future bet. I don't know when it was from, but someone said North Carolina was going to win. I think there was like 2,000 odds, plus 2,000.
I saw that I think the payout would be like 80,000 if North Carolina would have won.
Yeah, payout.
But his cash out before the game was like 22,000. I'm taking that cash out any day of the week
for sure. He was probably jumping. He was probably jumping when he saw they were up big.
Yeah. I'm taking that 22,000 and I'm investing in Tesla.
Yeah,
big moves.
Let's go.
Jimmy invested in Tesla. Yeah, it's gonna plummet.
Hell no. What do you mean?
Ain't that the truth?
What do you mean?
I don't know, man, Jimmy. Your predictions
Yeah,
today.
if Jimmy invests in it, it's gonna plummet.
I would bet good money that the Sixers beat the Celtics in 6.
If Robert Williams is healthy, I'm announcing it right here.
You're talking about this guy who's just a guy.
He's not just a guy.
He was just a guy in the beginning. Like everybody's all on the Celtics now because
I've been saying Robert Williams for years.
What happened to the Sixers last year?
Doc.
Hottest team in basketball.
Doc.
All right, but hottest team in basketball, right? Right or wrong? And then the playoffs happen. It's a whole different game, a whole new season. Regular season basketball sucks.
I want you to answer the question. Going into the bubble, who was the favorite to win the championship?
Bro, fuck the bubble. We all know.
No, I'm not talking about the Sixers. I'm not talking about the Sixers.
Bro, I don't care about the bubble though.
Evan, who was the favorite in the West going into the bubble?
Bro, honestly,
the West. It was the Lakers, wasn't it? Or no?
Them and the other team in LA.
Clippers.
The Clippers, yeah.
Who ruined that?
Luka.
No, they beat Luka. Don't say Luka. They beat Luka.
I still remember that game winner like it was yesterday though.
What,
who ruined them? The coach.
Okay.
Who was that coach?
It was Doc.
Okay, last year, who was the hottest team going into the playoffs?
Sixers.
Who ruined them?
Doc. But people say Ben.
Okay, but
was it Ben or Doc?
Who has a really good team? Who has a really good team and has a 2-game winning streak right now, going and practically about to go into the playoffs?
I mean, the Sixers have a 2-game win streak right now.
Okay, and who's their coach?
Doc.
When?
So if my math is mathing the way I believe it's mathing, I believe we see the common,
So you're saying that Ben was in the right and it's been Doc the entire time?
No, I'm saying two things can be true. Ben Simmons sucks and Doc sucks. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's definitely out if we don't at least get to the Eastern Conference Final.
Thank you, Jacob. Like I said, bro, it's Doc. It's always been Doc.
We're beating the Celtics though. Like we could play this game for the next 3 hours. We're beating the Celtics.
Ime is a better coach than Doc.
Huh?
Ime is a better coach than Doc.
Bro, I don't care. We got Joel Embiid, and they have nobody to defend him.
Oh my God, they have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
To defend him.
Oh my God.
Took a little bit of a big
They got
pause.
Tom Lord. They got Tom Lord, and Embiid's dad, Al Horford.
Bro, stop.
That's his dad, bro. I don't care what you say.
Stop.
This
Bro,
game, all this college basketball actually looks like pal basketball, like pickup pal basketball. Everyone's just taking shots and not following their shot. Like this literally looks like.
Bro, can Caleb
talking
Love
about?
make a layup?
Jim, you know what I'm talking about with all those with everyone from our high school played in. Did you play in
Yeah.
that too? I feel like you did.
I mean, I referee it right now, so
Yeah, like they just throw it off. Like there's gonna be always that one kid who's throwing up like half court shots.
yeah. I mean, we're
But all
coming down
these
the
all
stretch
these
now.
guys are just hitting like they're just going for threes, like contested threes.
All right, let's get to some winners and losers.
That sounds like Jimmy to me shooting those threes.
Bro, you know I'm clutch.
Nah, Jimmy shot is butter. I ain't.
You know I'm clutch.
It's margarine.
It's olive
got-
oil.
Jimmy got
Winners and losers brought to you by EXP Realty, Alan Foy. Let me bring that up for you guys real quick so that you can see the visual as I read it out for you. All right. EXP Realty. That's what winners and losers is brought to you by. Looking to buy or sell a home, looking for a change in career brokerage, contact Alan Foy of EXP Realty, LLC at 302-682-8820 or visit him at alan.foy at exprealty.com. All right, weekend winners and losers. I got some losers as usual. Anybody that was complaining that we didn't give Keith Yandel the chance to get to 1,000 straight games, you're a loser. Yeah, it's just another excuse for you to blame Philly for anything and everything. Keith Yandel sucks. He didn't deserve a contract this year. He didn't deserve to break the Iron Man record. The second a player just loses his stuff, he shouldn't be. Wow, Remy Martin. He
Bro,
shouldn't be.
you're literally too possessive behind me right now, y'all. This game is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my, they lost. Oh, yo!
What time are you at? I'm at
I'm
2:20.
at a minute and 49 seconds, bro. I just
Bro,
witnessed somebody
can you
airball.
pause
I
it?
say who it
Can you
was.
pause it?
What the hell did you just? Oh!
Can you pause it?
Yo, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. You're gonna see.
I'm at 210.
No, you're gonna see flashes of why. You're gonna see good Caleb Love and bad Caleb Love on two straight possessions. You're gonna see. That's all I'm gonna say. Did
I'm
you
at
see
2
good Caleb
minutes.
Love yet?
No, I'm at 2 minutes. What are
You
you
didn't
at?
see the
Evan?
bucket. You didn't see the bucket you scored right before that? Is it
Yeah,
68?
I saw that layup. Yeah.
All right, so that's good Caleb Love.
It's 68-67 right now, a minute 50.
Yeah. Caleb Love, you're about to see two bad possessions by him, defensively and then offensively.
Bro, what was Manic?
You saw that dumbass shot he shot?
Yeah. What are you at? Are you at 141?
I'm at a Ritz commercial.
Bro, pause it.
Bro, I literally watched Caleb Love gamble on a steal with 5 seconds left on the shot clock, which led to somebody being wide open for three because he decided to gamble.
Bro, that was a
Then got
pass.
the guy fucking airballed.
That was
And then
a
I
pass.
had to watch him shoot the dumbest floater I ever saw in my life.
That was a pass.
Like, it better be. I don't
Yeah,
damn know.
So yeah, anybody that this is another excuse to blame Philly for everything and anything. The second a washed professional athlete looks washed, he doesn't deserve to play. Like, give it to the young bucks when you're in a rebuilding stage, especially if you're the Flyers, you know. So
Yeah.
Yo,
You
these
got any-
camera visuals are crazy, yo.
Oh yeah, it's cool. It's
They're
cool the way,
amazing.
yeah. The
Oh,
technology. nowadays.
weekend winner. Mac and Mecco's Pizza and Citizens Bank Park.
They have one now at Citizens Bank Park.
Yep.
Damn, that means
That's
Chickies and
crazy.
Beat Line is going to be smaller.
Yeah.
Oh, my McCormick. Just, he's what?
I'm at 130 right now.
I'm at 120.
Jeez.
I got Hulu has delayed live sports. Oh, I see what you're saying about this.
He said
Wow.
delay last sports.
I'm at 140.
I'm at 1 minute.
Bro, what?
You're like 15 seconds ahead of me.
Oh my God, he's about to shoot the dumbest shot ever. I can feel it. He's about to shoot some nut shot. Oh, bro. That's the shot you was about to take. Damn, bro. All they had to do was get a board, bro. Get a board.
Nobody can guard
all those rebounds you got against Duke.
Nobody can guard McCormick.
Overrated pizza? Nah, bro. No way it's overrated.
They're going, yo, why is it? Yo, oh, they lost. Yeah, they did. What the hell? He just tore his ACL. He just tore his ACL. Oh my, he just tore his ACL.
Who?
Oh my, I know his ACL is torn.
Oh,
I know his ACL is torn. I feel so bad. Yo, I think Bill Self just did a pity timeout, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I give him a lot of respect for that, bro. Bro, he just tore his ACL, bro. There's no way his ACL is not torn. Oh, his shit is. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
He tore something. Something's gone.
Oh.
First of all, they deserve to lose just on the single fact that they inbounded the ball to Armando Baker at the 3-point line, said ISO.
Is that the same leg he rolled at the semifinal?
That wasn't no roll. That was like a. That was a.
Nah,
That
his leg got rolled up. Oh God, that's not an ACL.
That's one of the CLs.
He may have popped his Achilles.
Something's gone. He's out.
Love you too, Bill.
I ain't
Jonathan.
gonna lie, I gained a lot of respect for Bill Self, but he's better than I am. I would have been like, yo, ISO on him. I'm not calling timeout, bro. We ISO when Baycott making him foul. And we're in the bonus. And
You're so far ahead, and I'm on ad right now for some reason. Oh my God.
I'm at 29 seconds, bro.
Bro, pause it so we can react at the same time.
Oh.
Too late. Wait,
Vlad can't pause it right now. Come on.
Vlad had Kansas.
Oh! Of course he missed it.
Vlad had
Go
Kansas.
get it! Shoot it!
Embiid's in a Coke commercial?
What the hell?
Yeah, he's a sponsor for Coke now.
Oh my God.
He also is who has Delayed Live Sports.
Wow, yeah, it's over. Kansas won.
They are some sellouts. Bro, Caleb Love, what are you shooting? My God.
Bro, nobody can guard McCormick.
McCormick not even like that. He lucky Mark Williams out in this game.
Bro, what was Caleb Love thinking?
Bro, but then what the hell did Brady Manick do? Brady Manick just flung the ball out of bounds. It was still 5 seconds left on the clock. Why did you just let that shit fly?
Oh, no.
Why did he throw it out of bounds? What the hell was he thinking? He just threw it. Like they had time to dribble the ball out. They're celebrating like this shit over. This shit is not over. It's a 1-1. Bro, Caleb Love just shot a limitless 3 with 15 seconds left on the shot clock.
Bro, I think he was expecting Black to go to cut more over, to slash more over. That sucks.
Bro, why would you even do that though? Like, why?
I don't know. I mean, I think he was thinking that they needed a 3 and a 2 wasn't going to do it because they wouldn't have had enough time. But
McCormick's not scoring that big house in the game. That's all I know.
Yeah, McCormick really built like Bam though. Kind of looks like Bam when he plays.
McCormick is literally a janitor after this year.
That's true.
bro, he's gonna be Jordan
That's
Bell.
how most of that shit happens.
Bro, he's not no Jordan Bell, bro. He's not Jordan Bell, bro. Jordan Bell is way better.
Did they have a timeout?
It's like I told you, bro. I predicted it. It's good Caleb and bad Caleb. And of course, today he decides to be bad Caleb, but against Duke, he wants to be good Caleb.
Terrible.
This could have been Paolo's, bro.
That game's over.
This could have been Paolo's moment. And then who the hell is this wannabe Cam Johnson shooting that dumbass shot? Puff Johnson. Why would you shoot that? No, his name is Puff Johnson.
Are they related?
They got to be related, bro. They look exactly alike in the face.
Yeah.
and both UNC, they got to be related. But what the hell did he shoot? As soon as he got it, I said, bro, why does he have the ball? And then he threw it up.
Yeah. Obviously, I think a weekend winner would have to be Kansas if they end up pulling this out.
Yeah.
Bro, I feel bad for UNC, low-key.
Feel bad. They choked. Fuck.
Bro, I feel bad.
Win the game.
Like,
foul him. Yo.
sucks.
Oh. What happened?
Bro, I'm still at an overhead view.
Did he step out?
Caleb Love looks like he's about to cry.
Yo, he stepped out.
No way.
Yo, he stepped out.
UNC ball?
Yo, he stepped out. He stepped out. He stepped out. They better get that to UNC. He stepped out. Yo, he stepped out like 5 times. He stepped out. They got to be able to review that, bro. They got to be able to review that, bro. If you can't review that, bro, there's no point in having reviews, bro. He clearly stepped out. Yo, he's out.
Damn.
He's out. Look, he's really out.
Yeah, he's out.
He stepped out. He stepped out of bounds. Yo, that's the most Kansas shit ever, bro.
He stepped out on the first step, I think.
Even the second step.
Nah, the second step was close.
No, the third one. My fault.
Third
The third
step, first and
step,
third.
yeah. The third step. Yo,
What are you
that
thinking?
that left leg was just hugging the out of bounds. Look, out. Clearly out. The third one is clearly out. It's clear. First one is like, eh.
Yeah.
The third one, he is literally dancing out of bounds. Goddamn.
The first one's out. The first one's out.
And then the third one is just like, do you need any more evidence?
Bro,
If they
he
don't call that out of
really
bounds.
just needed to throw to somebody that, oh my gosh.
If they don't call that out of bounds, I'm leaving.
There's a guy in the Eagles stuff repping.
Bro, that's college athletes for you. They're young. You know? Got to be able to be aware. He stepped out right there. It's not even close.
Bro, he's literally out of bounds. That's the most. Yo, can these teams stop choking? Bro, Caleb Love, I can just smell the dumbest 3 I've ever seen in my life. Hopefully, Coach is smart and has him inbound the ball.
Go Birds for that guy in the hoodie sweater. Just seeing it now with Hulu has delayed live sports.
Look at Remy Martin trying to call stuff out, bro. You're not good. You're 80 years old, still playing in college, bro.
Probably going to have a better NBA career than Miles Powell, though.
Stop. It's not even going to get it. Stop. What are you saying? What are you saying? 4.3 seconds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bro, I'm smelling a Brady Manic 3.
I might mute myself. I'm going to mute myself and I'll turn the volume up, but I'm not going to react. I'm going to just mute myself.
All right.
Because I got to hear the broadcast.
Come on, Hulu. Bro, I can't believe they just gave North Carolina a lifeline like that. 72-69, 4.3 seconds to go. UNC ball. Down by 3.
It's going to be Love with the shot again.
I'm sensing Manic in the corner.
Still haven't saw it, so I'm still 4.3.
By the way, for
Still
those of you
playing
who are watching me that were just looking at me the entire time, I was trolling, by the way. Ain't nothing happening yet.
Bro,
Yeah,
I was
I
about to say, did I just
over here like this, like-
before it happened?
I peeked, and I was like, yeah, with this kid. Oh, what is taking so long?
They got Aaron Baines' son playing for North Carolina. Aaron Baines' offspring.
Talk about a fucking Celtic that I hate. By the way, Braun's face on Kansas makes me want to like punch him. Just punchable face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He made the craziest shot against Villanova, and he like just the way he reacted, just punchable face.
Damn. Yep. That's all.
Bro, why
I
you gotta
said, yep.
react?
I just said, yep. That's not what I wanted to happen. We're going to OT, baby.
No way. No way. You would have reacted different than that. Let's
I
go.
don't like
Who
college
has late live
basketball.
sports?
I don't like
Oh,
college
Manic
basketball.
really just fell. He literally just fell. Airball.
I thought it was nothing but net first. I was like, but then
Bro, what? Biggest
that's
play of
sad.
his life, and Manic falls.
He got 2 shots and didn't make either.
That's so tough.
Yeah, that feels bad. Whatever.
Aren't you happy that Kessler didn't shoot a shot on goal?
Yeah, that dude.
Because you
although,
would be pissed.
although if
You
Kessel made
would
that
be
shot, or even just had
pissed.
one more shot, and that's how it ended, I would have. I don't know what I would have done.
This dude had a double team on him and decided to just throw it up.
Wow.
All right, winner of the week, Kansas. That's crazy.
Bro, yo, 22 is wide open. That's what you call being a jack.
Yeah. All right, boys. It's been a great night. Evan, I'm not going to see you next week. You're going to have a great time in Florida for me.
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
of course.
Obviously, next week we'll talk opening weekend. Phillies baseball, whole 9. So we'll be there. Maybe Jonathan will be back filling for Evan. We'll see. But it's been a great time, guys. Brought to you by FanUp. Best way to enjoy fantasy sports, daily NBA contests, and more. Win great prizes. Sign up today. Use that promo code ATD for 5,000 points. That is a $50 value. FanUp.app. Jonathan Almonte.
Always
Evan.
appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Thanks so much for having me
Yep.
on. Always a pleasure being with y'all.
And we got our boy Evan. And then, of course, Jimmy Rodweller. Boys, peace out. Have a great week.